And it is a super warm, glowingly red-hot welcome to wonderful Sydney. I am so excited. World Update 21 is celebrated on the channel today with this flight, with an Air New Zealand ATR 72 down there, excellent, from Sydney International, taking us through the Blue Mountains of New South Wales and out to Bathurst in Ryrestorm. Interesting. In a wonderful fleet of helicopters. What's gone wrong so far this morning? My laptop looks like it's really... Oh, it's managed to resurrect itself. How exciting. It was completely frozen for about 3 minutes. So anyway, we'll hope that the rest of the equipment holds together. Might be time for a new laptop. So, who are we welcoming here in beautiful Sydney? That's in the foreground, UH1, or Bell 205 really. This is the Taugs Hangar 2020 version, the original one, before it got reworked into the Stranger Things Huey. So that's what I'm flying today. County Fire Service from South Australia. Some McDermott Aviation machines. So McDermott Aviation with that American registry, though, I suspect this helicopter, I'm not sure of the history of this one, but I assume that it used to get shipped off to North America for working up in the fire season up there. I think it was a firefighting helicopter. Not sure that it's still in existence, but JB Vox saying hello to you in your default H125. RC Flyer in your H500. Who we got there? Speed Mats doing some high-speed passes in the H500 with floats. A static model there of an H135, I think. Murray JC in your default H125 with a lovely New Zealand registration. I approve of that. Geopilot World, hello to you. Or you should have some good stuff to share with us today as we cross the Great Dividing Range of southeastern Australia. In your 500, your strawberry flavoured H500. Red Dirt Nurse, I think, might be joining us for the first time, who is joining us, I think, in a very early setup from Western Australia. So great to have you along, Red Dirt Nurse. Ryra Storm and an ATR 72. I wonder if that'll sort itself out eventually. So let's just keep going around here. Whisper Dark in your Bell 222. Lovely. Say hello, Whisper Dark. Oh, I had the thing off, so say hello again.
Hello.
Hello. You're a very talkative person, so it's always good to have you along. Collier in your S76, lovely. Voz is already flying. Oh no, that's might be a live traffic. NZ Bank Boy in your Float 500, lovely. Bunk Foss in a 500 as well. Let's speed up over here. Iberian Trim 205. ATZ 395. Now that looks like a generic model to me. Is it? Am I wrong? No, it is. What is it? It looks like the shorter Huey. Bell 204. You're in a Asobo passive. Interestingly, it's showing me an Asobo passive aircraft for your UH1. Anyway, we'll figure that one out as we go. Night Fury. Sometimes I notice that the models change during a flight. Night Fury. Hello, Jace. He'll unmute in a sec. Oh yeah, D-Hype. So that is an Asobo 412 being placed in place of a hype machine. I've just taken the hype machines out for now. I'm just a little bit suspicious about what's going on with VRAM usage and some other weird freezes and stuff I was getting last time. Gigabyte in your 205 as well. Rob in your very speedy MH60 with its all its exterior things still on. And a couple other people liking the 205 there as well. Iberian Trim, A Hunter G, good to see you again. Space Cadet, hello in your... Oh, 205's popular today. Massive day for 205s. Excellent stuff. Causey Archer 2, hello. Binky, Fibre 2C. And some 500s down here as well. Tiger Moth in your US Navy Test Pilot School machine, good to see you. 80Z, I said hello to you before, good to see you. Someone doing a dance down here. I didn't actually know you could do that. How does that work? That is a first for me in... Wow, that is... Okay. One, who is that? Is that helicopter 5432? I'm liking it. Is that you dancing? You're on the chat.
No, I'm just stationary in my helicopter. I don't know.
Well, I'm just
Helicopter
obsessed with this dancing figure right outside your helicopter, so that's fascinating. All right, well, time to get over into my machine. Awesome, what a great bunch of people. Always good to have you along. I probably missed a couple of people. I'll try and greet everyone as we get going, as we get flying. On the text chat already. Look at you all go. What has happened to my computer? Oh, 52 concurrent viewers already. We are going. We are on fire in a good way. Hello, you're cleared hot. Yes, morning Andrew and Binky. Evening all. You must be in Europe. Oh no, Maroto. I'm a new subscriber. Wanted to join you guys. Unfortunately, MSFS 2024 last update broke my game. I can't see online players. I'm just going to post the settings into the channel. Here they come. So just have a look at these settings and just make sure that you've got all of those set up. Good morning to our favourite resident geologist, GL Pilot, and JB Vox is saying good night. Good night. Good morning, good whatever. It's great to have you all along. So here is the route. We are flying one of the published helicopter departures from Sydney International. Let's get rid of that. No, I said let's get rid of that. Which takes us past the Moore Park Supercentre, the Sydney Cricket Ground, the SCG, which you might have heard of if you're a sports fan. The Rushcutters Bay point up here, and then we go out onto Sydney Harbour. Here's the Sydney Harbour Bridge. We'll do a couple of lovely orbits of Sydney Harbour there and admire Sydney's famous skyline. We'll come up it's the Parramatta River. I'm not quite sure where exactly the harbour ends and Parramatta River starts, but we'll proceed up the Parramatta River, fly under the Gladesville Bridge if you dare. The Ryde Bridge does not permit flying under, so I recommend against that. Parramatta. The reservoir out here, Prospect, we'll go and have a look at the construction progress on the Western Sydney International Airport and go and have a look at the reservoir out here and we can land on the dam, Warragamba Dam, before going up into the Blue Mountains and admiring some of this spectacular scenery here. Australia's own Grand Canyon, maybe not quite as grand as Tom Quester. We came for the choppers and stayed for the dancing. As well you might. Before proceeding out to Bathurst, which is newly modelled in MSFS 2024. We'll take a look at the Mt Panorama racetrack as well out there. And that's our flight. So I propose I get my machine going. I like to load it up. So let's get this thing loaded up. Oh, I'm just thrilled with the fantastic turnout there on the viewership already. So good to have you all along. I am grateful. So what are people thinking of Sim Update 21 so far? Are you pleased? Where have you been? What have been the highlights for you? What do you reckon about Sim Update? No, World Update 21, Australia. I said the wrong thing. Very common. So let's get this fully loaded UH1 started up. And I'm going to do that by... do I need the checklist? Those check lights are all in. Don't need to worry about that. Pitot is off. Anti-coals can come on. Already were on. That's suspicious. But the battery will be off. So, which is down here. Yeah. Okay. Good. Position lights are not required. Night vision lights not required. Cargo release not required. Cabin instrument lights. I'm not too concerned with these. Inverter does need to be off. Otherwise, I don't think it'll start. It is off. Main gen, we checked that the main gen is on to starter though, I believe. On and covered. And cover closed. Oh, that's this one, sorry. On and cover closed it is. DC, we're going to look at the essential bus. Starter gen is on to start. Check. Battery comes on. So on you come. Low RPM audio. We don't need that alarm going off the whole time. I'll bring this game audio up a bit higher. There we go. So we just, will the head tracking be useful here? Reset that, and here we just get that. Good, done. Good evening, Atom Toast. Always nice to have you along on a stream on whatever platform you've got. Low RPM, that is off. Fire detect, that's down here again. Fire detect, we just checked that this is going to light up. It does, lovely. Fuel gauge, does it go all the way down? That's coming close. Fuel gauge, down to the bottom, up to the top again. So that's good. Systems, instruments, yeah, they're all fine. Avionics, I'm just going to use, I'm not going to use any avionics today, just the EFB governor, check auto. Why am I having a memory blank about the governor? Oh, that's down here, auto, yes. De-ice check off. That's upstairs as well, is it? Not required today. What is the temperature in Sydney right now? The temperature is... Get my other view on. 11 degrees, and we've got 8 knots coming from the northwest. That's pretty nice way to get started. Nice way to get started. Bunkfoss, the update seems great. I think so. It's lovely to see lots more Australian stuff to play with. Always appreciate that. I've completely forgotten where the DI stuff is. Slightly draggy performance as I just move around there. De-ice is off. Main fuel, we switch on. There you go. And aux fuel, we turn. Oh, that's all off. That's good. Caution panel. Thanks for the follow, Firewolf Captains. You are welcome. What did I just say I was going to do? Caution panel lights. We're going to test those. I need to be down here for that, otherwise my mouse wheel's doing weird stuff. Yeah, so how do I bring... Oh, there we go. That's it. Slightly non-standard sort of switch there, but all good. We've figured that one out. Hydraulics is on. Force trim is on. Not that it will matter on this machine. Chip detect, checked both. It is. Flight controls full and free. There's my cyclic, there's my pedals, and here's my collective. Let's get that throttle down to 0 while I'm here. Throttle to 25, release. That's now on 0. Perfect. Altimeters, I've cheated and done that already. Starting engine, fire guard. Okay, post the fire guard. How are we going out here? That dancing person might still be down here. So we're all clear around my machine. Good, good, good. The throttle has been checked for start. Starter, I've got it over here. This comes up to 10. Are we moving at 12? Yes, we are moving. So let's get the fuel introduced. There we go. There's our temperature just sitting at the top of the green arc. N1 now up to 68. Throttle set idle 68 to 72. So what have we got on here now? 27%. So it's idle 25. That's fine. So N1 we want 68. It is on 68. Inverter. Let's get that on now. So we get all our power happening. Is that this one here? So I think I might have possibly solved my sound issues. I was getting phantom sounds in every live stream. I was getting weird turbine vacuum cleaner sounds, which was very frustrating. So I didn't like that at all. And so what I've done is I've deleted all of my streamed aircraft. So I deleted about 3 gigabytes of stuff in my streamed assets or whatever it is folder. And so far, so good. So I'm hoping I've got that problem solved, because that was really quite distressing. I didn't like that at all. A couple more comments to catch up on. Firewolf Captains, hello, famous MSFS helicopter. Oh, yes, the Bell 205. Such fun. Such fun. Let's get that exterior view there. Oh, that sound. Oh, that bass. So, Bunkfoss, you've been enjoying the Australia update on an Australian trip. Excellent. Firewolf Captains, I'm doubting whether to join you in a heli or do my Citation X LFPB hub in Spoke. Well, Firewolf, you can choose your own path there, but if you want to join in the heli, you need to get yourself along to Sydney right now. Yankee Sierra Yankee. Hello, Stearman. So good to see you. You are welcome as always. So we've got that inverter done. How are our instruments looking down here? Instruments on the 205 are not very intuitive to me. It's very strange that the torque is very small down here. It just takes a little bit of getting used to. I just find this layout a bit odd. Our oil temperature not very warm yet. Oil pressure is in the green. Or is that, what's the difference between these two oils here? There's one transmission and one engine. Well, they're both the same anyway. Alright, okay, well, that's all fine. Engine run up, avionics switch on. Well, there are no avionics. I love how these yellow levers look like they're supposed to do something, but it's just the airflow into the cockpit. Love that Bell 205 touch. Love that. Start again, just make sure that's back over onto standby now. Good, throttle, slowly advance to full open. So I'm just pushing up the lever on my device down here. We'll get that going up here. I've got what I think is a great goal in mind for YouTube viewers today, which I'll tell you about in a second. Throttle, slowly advance. Systems check, fuel, engine, transmission. I think we're all fine. Hula girl, I've switched it off. Engine trim, beep trim. I don't think beep trim's normally required, but we want 6600. Oh, there it is. Duk, 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 duk. What a sound. Who doesn't love a Huey? Listen to that sound. It's so good. So we're all the way out. I'll just get that all the way out to the top. Master caution is telling me what? How do I acknowledge? Do I just come back onto here? There we go. That's good. So let's reset that. We're all good on the panel. We are all good on the panel. Let's get that landing light on. And we will do a NZ Bank Boy, first time on the Scoop Flight. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. So I'll just pop outside and just sort of talk about chase. Is that what I want? I'm inside a building right now. That's not ideal. So I'll just shoot up high here, and this helicopter area in Sydney has never been so busy as this. Look at that. Fantastic. So there is the threshold of runway 25 just there. So I think what we'll do, let me think. There's not a lot of room to get everyone out here. So we need to fly to the right over here. We follow the main road out, then we turn north to get up to Sydney Harbour over the SCG and Rushcutters Bay. So I'm going to taxi out onto the threshold of 25. I hope we'll probably disturb some other people. Is there anyone on final? Can't tell now, like, can I? So look, I don't know quite how we're going to do it without disturbing other people, but that's just too bad. We've got more helicopters than they do, so it's fine. We'll do what we like. At Sydney, we are at the eastern end of Firewolf. We are at the eastern end of the field where the helicopter area is. So there's the cluster there. Often you can see it on your EFB because you'll see a big cluster of aircraft there. All right, so I've got a bit of wind from the northwest, which is to my left now, so I'll be cautious of a tailwind. I'm just going to do a hover taxi out, and people can follow behind. And I'm going to line up facing sort of the other way, but you'll see when we get going. So I want left pedal in, left cyclic in, holding a bit of aft cyclic in there as well. There's the Taugs Hangar original ground effect there. Downwash effect. Oh, I'm dragging forward, don't want that. Oh, just contact again, not ideal. Bunny hopped it. All right, who's that right on the taxiway there? I'll have to go over you. Okay, and out we go to... There are two helipads here. These are kind of the FATO, the final approach takeoff areas. Hotel 2, Hotel 1. You might, if you've seen any of my live streams that I've done in Sydney, usually I'm landing at one of these two down here. Getting a bit fast here, Matthew. Just calm it down a little bit, please. Oh, the audio is working right today. I'm so happy. No audio problems yet. Hello, Avgas, and your Alouette 3. Lovely, lovely. Love that helicopter. Oh, there's heaps more helicopters out here. Lots of people I haven't said hello to yet, I don't think. Bunkfoss, I saw you in there, I think. So, oh, Stearman there, and your, is that H125? So, this is where we would normally take off. Actually, do you know what? Let's just take off on the grass, so we don't have to like disturb anyone using the runway. If there's any real life players who want to do that, so I'll just zoom down here, and what I will do is, whoa, turn around. Getting slightly not great frame rate there. I suspect that might be a VRAM issue. Form up behind me if you don't mind. With Charlie Parrott, Red Dirt Nurse. With Charlie Parrott, Red Dirt Nurse have done exactly what they need to do. Bart, hello to you. Speed Matt's crashing it down there a bit. Speed Cadet in your local sheriff's department. You're welcome. 77 concurrent viewers on YouTube. I think we might have hit a new record there. Woo! Oh, goals, just while everyone's getting formed up. So, as you might have heard, the Miltech and Stratoware BO105 is very close. It's very close. So, what I'm going to do is offer you a tutorial video, and I'll be needing to push my own skills here as well. A tutorial video on BO105 aerobatics, a separate one. So I'll cover it briefly in a review or first impressions. Make a tutorial video on aerobatics. Just getting this goal set up for you in the BO105. Alright, so all the colours, we'll see if we can get 5 super chats in. That'd be great if you'd like to support the channel and support what we do in this community. There is the goal for you if you should like to participate in that. It's open for 2 hours, so no rush, and you've got a couple of breaks coming up if you're flying. So how are people going up with forming up? A couple of people still in front of me. You can catch up when we get going. I think everyone's managed to find their way over here. Still a couple of people in there. How cool is that? All the helicopters and none of the frame rate. I think it's just... Let me just have a quick look at my resources over here. So the rendering's fine and GPU, but the VRAM's pretty much full up. So I might just, to reduce further problems, I might just quickly come into a global rendering quality and we'll just turn down the object level of detail, which, I mean, I'm barely even bothered when I do reduce it. Okay. All right, that's very slightly improved. All right, so we're going to go out Southern Cross Drive and we'll fly east. So let's lift and let's go. You're all formed up back there. Charlie Parrott and Binky showing off and doing it vertically. Lovely. Let's go. So I'll just get over these first 2 helicopters first. So let's do a better pickup than last time. It's a bit hard with the frame rate. Whoa, not being all it can be. It's a 2-stage pickup where we should come a bit more aft initially. I'll just come over here a bit. Oh, that downwash effect is quite aggressive, isn't it? All right, so let's come over here. There's Hotel 1. Gets the speed up here. Nose down. Oh, someone right on aqua string, right on the pad there. All right, up we go. Helicopters. Effective translation or lift. Oh yeah, there we go. Out we go. .40 knots. Landing light goes off. Beautiful Sydney morning. Just for fun, is that on the stream or in your sim or somewhere else? Just follow the main road out here. Gorgeous Sydney. There's the Tasman Sea out there. That's the last time we'll be seeing that. Land and crossing the Great Dividing Range. This machine is beautiful to fly. It's so stable and lovely. Very nicely balanced helicopter. So there's 80 knots for me now, and we don't want to exceed 1,000 feet here. So on this is the Barracks 5 outbound departure that we're flying. And so what that means is there's a bunch of coded helicopter arrivals and departures into Sydney, Sydney being a very busy airport. And so doing these coded departures and arrivals means that here's the Moore Park Supercentre coming up at my 1 o'clock, so I'll just turn around here. Just reducing the collective a little bit here so that I don't overspeed. The stream is very laggy. Stream is pretty choppy. Okay, thanks for the warnings, people. I think probably what it is my VRAM. So I think having turned down the object level of detail, we might be in a better position. So, yeah, there's someone calling out there in the chat that it's plagued other streams as well. Interesting. So, is it a new Sim Update 5 thing? I don't know.
East Asia server yesterday with two-tone. We had like 60 people on board.
Okay. So thanks, Shave and Wookie there for the update. So apparently Two-Tone Murphy having issues as well on his streams. Okay, here's the Sydney Cricket Ground, the SCG, on my 1 o'clock there. The site of many a humiliation inflicted upon England by the Australian team. And possibly a couple in reverse as well. There you go, nicely modelled. Yeah, I think it was my object level of detail. I just turned it down a bit. What's Two-Tone using? Does he have a 5090?
Yeah, he has a 5090. Yes, he never fixed it.
All right, so I've only got a 5080, so I think we're doing okay now. All right, well, here comes Sydney Harbour. Look at that. What a picture. How beautiful. We stay below 1,000 feet on this side of the Harbour Bridge. We'll do a couple of scenic orbits of Sydney Harbour. This is Rushcutters Bay, where they cut the rushes to build the original European settlers' houses here in Sydney. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Oh, well, we've managed to hang on to some viewers on YouTube, so thank you for sticking around through the lag there. Hello, John. Here come the settings. These are, you need to look at every single one of these 6 items, and then it should work for you. Beautiful Sydney Harbour. Beautiful Sydney Harbour. Yeah, I think that was Shape and Wookie again. Turning off wake turbulence helps a lot. That still seems to be an issue in Sim Update 5. I think I need to turn down my audio level in FS Realistic Plus. Quite aggressive blade slap happening there. Here it is, people. There's your $1 million view right there. Is this one of the world's beautiful city skylines? Quite... Sydney, they didn't build it very tall, so I don't know whether it's the prime issue, but the approach, the north-south approach to the airport is to our left there, and the CBD is not very tall. The Melbourne CBD is much, much, much taller than these buildings, so that's just the way they design and build Sydney. So I'm going to do 2 left-hand orbits here, so you can all enjoy the view. Are you all behind me there? Oh, look at all these helicopters. Imagine the noise. All the Bell 205s. Okay, let's get our first orbit in. Try not to lose our height. Speed mass is going right under the bridge. You can do whatever you like. I'm going to do... This is how they would do a... Yeah, that... if it's realistic, sounds a little bit high, isn't it? I might just try and adjust it as I go here. Because I like a bit of living dangerously. Go. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if on this side they do left-hand or right-hand orbits, but we're doing left-hand today, so we'll do a couple of left-hand orbits here and enjoy the spectacular harbour view on our little Sydney scenic experience. Thank you, Firewolf Captains. Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum bum. I'll stop there. Bum ba bum bum bum. Okay, I'll already stop there. So, yes, that is awesome. Oh, look at you all, yes! Oh, I need to make this turn a bit faster and also a bit higher. So on this side of the bridge, we are allowed up to 1,000. On the other side of the bridge, we are allowed only up to 500, and that again is to do with clearance on the approaches into Sydney International from where we just took off. By the way, I did have the Orbex cityscape in here initially for originally for Sydney. I've turned that off, so this is all World Update 21 we're seeing here right now, and that's just gorgeous. The Opera House looks just great down there. I think that's a photogrammetry cruise ship, not ideal, but the rest of it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. It's gorgeous. Scenic orbit over Sydney Harbour as we prepare to head up the Parramatta River at a height of no more than 500 feet, which suits us and our helicopters just fine, does it not? Beautiful stuff. That view up the harbour out to the Tasman Sea again, lovely. Lovely, just lovely. Okay, there is one way to guarantee that we will be below 500 feet on the other side of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Can you guess what that way might be? Under it. Something which I have to confess I did not actually test yesterday, so let's find out. The Ryde Bridge definitely... No, the Ryde Bridge definitely does not work, but Bart's going first. If Bart doesn't make it, then neither will I. Under the Sydney Harbour Bridge, Shaven Wookie's just ahead there as well. Well done. Through you go. Just gentle up on the cyclic there, and watch everyone else come underneath as well. That is fantastic. Fantastic. Look at all these helicopters speeding through there. You are all so good. You are all so good. Now, where am I flying? Oh boy. Let's just make our way out the river here. Maximum 500 feet. Pulling a bit more collective so that I don't come and crop it in there. Oh, spectacular. Spectacular. Ryan Harris, the scenery that I'm using is just the Orbex World Update 21 now. Sorry, the MSFS World Update 21. I have disabled the Orbex scenery that I had for Sydney, just so that we could see the real deal in terms of what Sim Update 21 brings us, World Update 21 brings us. All the updates, people, all the updates. It's been an exciting few weeks in the simulator. Lots of good stuff going on and lots of good stuff to come. Very much looking forward to this BO105. I'm hoping to get my hands on that soon. We'll see how they go because release is imminent, so I am led to believe. So we could be, if we're lucky, flying BO105s next week if everything goes really well, but, you know, that remains to be seen.
The Gazelle's not far behind it.
The Gazelle, Jace, is not far behind it. Jace has got a bit of professional experience with the Gazelle, and we've been looking out for that one for a while. Now, I need to stay left here, I think. Yes, so we just go left around this one. I
saw the Gazelle in the wild today being flown by Rotor Rick while testing, so it's coming.
Oh, yep. So that's Shaven Wookie, who's spotted Rotor Rick at the controls of the Gazelle. That's very good. All right, here is the name of this bridge has just gone out of my head, but Glen. No, what is it? Anyway, we can fly under it. So this is quite low, but you can fly under it. Bunkfoss looks like you're quite well positioned there. I am not well positioned. So this could be a disaster. Ooh. Haha, made it, Bunkfoss! That was close. Oh dear, oh dear, that was a bit scary. I could have concentrated on that one a bit better rather than fussing over what the name of the bridge was. The name of the bridge is the Gladesville Bridge. Sorry, not Glen. That's where I got myself messed up. It's the Gladesville Bridge that we just passed under there. It was the largest concrete Saban bridge in the world for a time. I don't know which one overtook it back in the 60s. Oh, what do you think of that Sydney Harbour orbit, people? That was beautiful for me. See a little bit more down trim there in the Huey. Oh, I'm at 110 knots. We've got an RS66, at least one of those in the flight today, so I'm not going to be making this super fast. We'll just do it nice and gently. Hello, runway Sydney Airport. Did you enjoy us flying over you? Here's the Ryde Bridge. This one's much lower and it is not passable. Space Cadet. My sim super jumping never had this problem before. Space Cadet, I suggest that it might be the object level of detail that could come down a bit. That helped me back in Sydney. Oh, wake turbulence. Okay, yeah, thank you for that reminder. So just in the settings that I posted a few moments ago, if you scroll back up there, you'll see there's a note about wake turbulence. Now, I had a really interesting conversation yesterday with someone who is on Xbox, and they told me that the Xbox settings don't have a setting for wake turbulence. I thought that's interesting. They must have disabled it in the Xbox version for performance reasons. So in console, what you might consider doing is just turning turbulence from realistic down to low, and that seems to solve it for Xbox users. So if you're an Xbox, then get your turbulence down to low. If you're on PC, get that wake turbulence off because that's a different setting in PC, wake turbulence. And that is a multiplayer function, and it's fine if you've only got one or two other players, but when you've got a massive fleet like this, let's just enjoy that massive fleet. Yes, look at you all, so good. Then
they've done something to it. It was throwing planes on the ramp yesterday.
Is that so? The turbulence was throwing people around, Wookie?
Yeah, it was literally flipping planes over on the ramp if a helicopter flew over the ramp.
That's just as it should be. That sounds correct. I think that's fine. No, I jest. Well, look, obviously they'll have to sort that out at some point. So it sounds like the wake turbulence could be a bit too powerful for helicopters. So we've fixed the ground effect raised platform issue, but now we've got the most powerful rotors in the universe, which are flipping over other planes on the apron. I personally like that, but that they might want to fix it. Oh dear. Oh, Space Cadet, you had your turbulence low already, but you're still finding it pretty choppy. Is that so? Can you turn down your object level of detail? I've got mine on 75 or something now. It's still, the sim still looks perfectly fine. I mean, you can't, I don't know, I can't complain about this. I think it looks great. Shooting up the Parramatta River here, and these markers, these, as you'd say in the Americas, buoys, are quite large from Mamu's Marina's add-on. Possibly a little bit oversized here, but I guess the river does have markers. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff in Western Sydney. I've got this trimmed just nicely now. We're not needing to rush through here too fast. I'll just get a tiny bit more on the collective. Hello, 9 people on Twitch and 73 on YouTube. Wow, you honour me, you honour us. What fun it is to be flying in gorgeous Sydney with this excellent fleet of wonderful helicopters in our new World Update 21. It's just terrific. It's really great to have all this on board. This is the kind of the central business district of Parramatta, so they're sort of trying to develop this as a second CBD in the city. Stadium over there, there's that Combank Stadium. Slightly rough looking photogrammetry down there. Always looks good as long as you're about 500 feet above it, it's okay. Oh, I've just lost the rivet. Actually, we need to be turning a bit left here anyway. So we are going to get ourselves across to Prospect Reservoir. So this way, folks, we have left the river. Oh, what a gorgeous view. Yeah, what a gorgeous view. That's great. N1 clock, hello to you. Alois, hello to you. Servus. So yeah, looking good, looking good. Oh, this morning light's gorgeous on these trees, isn't it? I've got Bijan Seasons enhanced in, so the trees are a bit low. It doesn't look exactly like you're in the middle of a forest here. Bijan Seasons Enhanced, I think, just one of the best single add-ons in the simulator you can get. And he's constantly updating. And actually, I haven't updated mine for a while. It reminds me I might see what he's done recently. Cuz grow in your low-flying 777? Or 787 maybe? You didn't quite see. Yeah, give all these people a bit of a wake-up call and snort out your morning latte down there at brunch time in the west of Sydney. Oh, I love flying in Australia and New Zealand. It's beautiful to come to Sydney at last. Never come to Sydney on a live stream. Oh my God, what is this machine? It's a Condor. Ah, you're really doing your best to get him away there. Unfortunately, there's the jet sound again. So yes, it seems that deleting all of my cached streamed assets has really helped my sound issues here. I think Cosgrove actually might be in a helicopter, but it's being rendered as a 777 or...
No, it looks like F-35.
Yeah, that's what I see too.
Oh, an F-35? Okay, okay. Escorting us to safety. Well, good luck. Cool bro, love your videos. Thank you for inspiring me to fly helos. You're so welcome, and thank you so much for the positive encouragement. I get a lot of joy out of empowering people to help, you know, lift their game with helicopters. So I'm grateful to you for calling that out. There he goes. Look at that, speeding off. Prospect Reservoir, built in the late 19th century. This one. It was considered an engineering marvel back in those days. Still supplies drinking water to, I think, some parts of Sydney. Probably as Sydney has grown 20-fold since that time, this is not enough to keep Sydney quenched. Gorgeous GL Pilot. Here we go. GL Pilot. You know, GL Pilot, if you hopped into the voice chat, I've been meaning to tell you this, you ever hopped into the voice chat and you felt like actually talking to us, I can put you onto the stream and you can actually give us your commentary in voice. But that's all up to you. No worries if not. Prospect Hill, also a quarry, is Sydney's largest body of igneous rock. Just what's the significance of igneous rock? Is that what? Yeah, that must be what we're coming into over here, is it? Yes, look at that. Just make sure we're on path here for the airport. Yes, yes, yes. Look at that. Igneous rock. GL Pilot, you're a treasure. Thank you for being part of our flights. You have to get up ludicrously early in your time zone. So, very grateful to have you along. Mind the power lines as we proceed to the site of Western Sydney International Airport, which is under construction and will start 24/7 operations later this year. So it's, in my mind, being constructed remarkably quickly. I think it only started in about 2018. GL Pilot, igneous rock, a dark-coloured, coarse to medium-grained igneous rock, gabbro or dolerite. Colloquial name is black granite. So igneous rock's quite dark, is it? Okay. All right, let's come a little bit more left here. So we've finally left the... Oh, it's intruded under a volcano. Yeah, it's associated with volcanoes, igneous rock. Oh, Ritzkio doing a bit of a bold manoeuvre there below us. UH1 or Bell 205. This is the original 2020 version. It is flying absolutely beautifully. I'm completely hands-off. I've just trimmed it out. It's just such a great aircraft to fly. Such a great aircraft to fly. Yes, 23 minutes it says on the Twitch stream, so obviously it completely disconnected there for a while. Sorry about that disruption, people. It might be that I'm not the only streamer having troubles with that, so other people were saying that Two-Tone was having some issues as well. I think Two-Tone's main issue is that he probably wasn't flying helicopters, but that's just what I think. He does fly helicopters from time to time, to be fair. But we are helicopter only, and why wouldn't we be? Wow, look at all those! Yes, those machines. Nice formation flying, people. That is good work. Ah! Oh my God, that is so good. Oh, that is so good. Oof. Cool, bro. I'd love to visit Australia. Unfortunately, all my phobias live there. Look, somehow I've survived here for quite a lot of years. I'm actually from New Zealand. New Zealanders are obsessed with Australia's spiders, principally, and snakes secondarily. Seriously, it's nothing. I've only ever nearly stood on a snake once when I was out birding. That was a little bit scary. You don't see them that often. They like to stay away from people. I think the only people who really get bitten by snakes are people who are playing with them or trying to, like, you know, fight them, which is a stupid thing to do. So don't touch a snake. Just stay away from them. Give them a bit of space. They'll get away from you. They're not interested in interacting with humans. It's all good. Spiders. Do you know it's been like 30 years or something since there's actually been any kind of confirmed fatality from a spider in Australia. So I think you'd be fine. Cool, bro. I think you'd be fine. Unless you're talking about, you know, New Zealanders. If that's your actual phobia, then you're well justified. All right, there it is. This is the site of Western Sydney International, named after Nancy Bird Walton, Australia's first female commercial pilot. Dead ahead at 12 o'clock. So it's designed from the ground up to be able to offer 24/7 operations, unlike Sydney International, which has got a strict curfew. Sydney International, you might have noticed, is very close into the centre of the city. So they commenced construction on this one about 8 years ago, and it's nearly finished. So what you see here is not finished. It's an earlier imagery, and you can kind of see the terminal area is using auto-generated buildings. So bit of a strange one. But yeah, this will all be rendered in proper detail later on when the airport opens, I imagine. I think there's already an add-on. Is it from Orbix or one of their associates? So we've got one main runway here you can see under construction at my 1 o'clock, and there'll be another. There can be, I don't know if they're constructing it straight away or later, another one over on the left. So a parallel runway. And there's the terminal building just with some auto-generated buildings there. You can kind of see the shape of the main runway there and the taxiways in this out of date, to be fair, satellite imagery and elevation data. Adam Toast. I also like to stay away from people, so wouldn't that mean I'd end up in the same places as the snakes? Comment of the stream. Love it. I'm not a fan of crowds, if I've got to be honest with you. I like quiet places and big open reserves and parks and stuff. That's probably where the snakes actually are. You don't want to just go trampling through grasses, long grasses and stuff. Yes, beautiful Australia, massive continent size. Western Australia alone is the same size as Western Europe. So just to give you a sense of the scale of Australia, it's absolutely gigantic. It is just endlessly enormous. Okay, let's get over to Warragamba Dam and our first of our extremely foolhardy exercises today. Cool, bro. I'll be the first in 30 years to do what? To come to Australia. Oh, Andrew Tussis, I had a couple of funnel webs in my pool over the years. Classic. Warragamba Dam, there we go. In your pool, okay, that's not the natural habitat of a funnel web spider, gotta say. Yeah, you don't want to be mucking around with funnel webs, so just leave them alone. Well, we're getting into some quite distinct cloud here, aren't we? Hey, R66s, how are you going back there? Can I see... Oh, Fredericks is on board as well. Hello to you. Good to see you. Tiger Moth too. Oh, you'll be the first in 30 years to die from a spider bite. You think they gravitated towards you? Look, I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. So I'm not seeing red dirt. Oh, yes, I am. Red dirt nest is behind me. Good. Okay, so I'm flying at a good speed then. Okay, Warragamba Dam. Let's just get ourselves pointed over there. Excellent stuff. So Warragamba Dam is very deep and it's very long. The reservoir behind it holds 4 times more water than Sydney Harbour itself. So also it's not salt water, so you can drink it. It's one of the largest domestic water supplies in the world. And there it is, right on my 12 o'clock now. So, in real life, you would not do what we're about to do, which is to land on the thing. So let's get this recorder switched on. Get it right ahead. I'm going to start slowing down, people. So nose up and collective down. Get a bit of down trim going there, so you'll see me slowing down now. Yeah, people are overtaking me already. Well, how to safely land on top of a significant dam in the outskirts of Sydney, thanks to World Update 21 Australia, added to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Let's find out. Can we do this thing? Can we do this thing? Nose up, collective down. Nose up, collective down. Oh, I got way too fast there. So let's get that head tracking on as well. Oh, what beautiful rendering too in the dam. The spillway there's lovely. You can see the water flowing down also. That's really nicely done. Really nicely done. Microsoft Flight Simulator team. Let's see if we can get down here on the dam wall. I got rid of all my pesky speed now, or most of it. Ready on the left pedal. Lifting a little bit more collective in there. Lifting up here, whoa, sinking a little bit there. Let's get on to, there is a concrete barrier there, so I'll try and avoid that. Get the nose as far forward as possible over here. And it's solid, we are down. How does it look? I'll take that for $1. That's beautiful, that is beautiful. Come around here. How are you all doing? Oh, someone's rolled over. No, you've done a very good job and very nicely spaced out here on the dam wall, people. You've done really well. Red Dirt Nurse going for a walk, as you do, on Warragamba Dam.
Are those light poles solid?
Doesn't look like it, no.
There's only one way to find out. Oh, my helicopter's my helicopter's trying to take off. We'll try and fix that. There we go. Whoa, down you go. Spectacular stuff. Spectacular stuff. You have all done so well.
All right,
Come
this
and
is one
join
of the
us.
coolest things I've ever seen.
That is super cool. All the helicopters lined up on the Warragamba Dam on the outskirts of Sydney. That is beautiful stuff. Great work, team. You people watching need to come along and join a group flight and take part in some of this. What fun. That is awesome. Okay. Right, save that. Good. In case you didn't identify that, that was me trying to also make a short at the same time as doing the actual flight. Woohoo! Wow, it's almost like I want to go for a walk myself. Nice! Warragamba Dam. Going to take a real short break there, people, and I'll be right back with you. I think it's very important to get a screenshot here. I'm sure people are doing screenshots as I speak, but we'll get this into the... Wow, what a dam. This is beautifully modelled, hey? I really appreciate that they've done this in MSFS 2024, that they've given us... I mean, dams are large objects, so why not model them, right? And that was just great. That looks just great. That is going straight to the screenshot channel on my Discord. If you want to join the Discord, there is the nice dam lineup. That's a damn nice lineup, that is. That's what that is. Ooh, heaps of shots going up there already. Nice work, people. Thank you. Populating our Discord server with lots of great photos. I have not got these screens the way I want them. Whatever. I guess I'll just live with it like that. Oh dear, oh dear. I can't get the screen the way I like it at all. Okay, alright, so let's start to think about lifting off here. Well done, people. So where are we going? We are proceeding along the Lake Barracks. And so we've got some beautiful scenic stuff to enjoy along here. So we're going to be very much in nature now. So let me start to get this lifting off. Thankfully, the light poles there are apparently not solid. I love how the H500C with floats drops that that wake into the water. Awesome. You're all there behind me. Oh, look at that view! That is stunning. All right. So there's a lot of water in here. Oh, Space Cadet, you had to restart your Xbox. Oh dear. Nose up trim there. Watch your torque. I wish the torque gauge was a bit larger in the Huey. It's a bit weird how kind of small it is, considering its importance. Go. Nice work. Oh, so good. So good. Flyby. Woohoo! That is awesome. Except I can't really fly properly when I'm in that view, so let's just get back inside. Yeah, so this part of the lake's really only the start of it. You'll see that the body opens up when we get into, I guess, what used to be a really wide valley later on, and we get down this channel down here, natural channel. Andrew, this is the original Taugs Hangar 2020 Huey. I believe I have not used it in a stream before. Of course, I've used the Stranger Things Huey, on which this was its ancestor. So this asset was acquired by Microsoft, as far as I understand, and was redeveloped to become the Stranger Things Huey. And why not? Because it's just one of the world's most popular helicopters, isn't it? Just iconic. Ritzkio. Right behind me there. Well done. Oh, what an awesome fly. That is so great. So great, people. Love having you along. Love having you along. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Look at the way the
This is Culebro, by the way.
This is what, sorry?
Culebro.
Culebro. Hello. Welcome on board the Discord. So, yeah, I love the way the clouds just hanging in there at the valley, at the end of the valley there for me. Weather's different for every person. So not everyone sees the same thing. There's a very smart weather algorithm that works all the time inside MSFS 2024, which I think is why it's really... Oh, power lines up ahead, stay below those. Stay down here. Well worth using real-world weather inside the simulator so that the cleverness of the weather algorithm can do its thing. So it'll infer or interpolate all the updrafts and downdrafts and little regional, local variations on the weather. Like obviously they don't have a weather station at every spot, so MSFS 2024 does some very nice interpolation to give us the weather that we experience in the sim, but it's just, it can never be the same for every person. So that beautiful cloud hanging there for me might not be there for everyone else. In fact, probably isn't, but it's beautiful. Oh, look at you all. Yes, so great. Oh, love it so much. Love it so much. Yeah, Zero, cool. What an awesome formation. 100% agree with you on that one. Looking behind me. It's so great. It's so great. So great. Wow, and it just feels like we're only in the city a few minutes ago, and here we are. I guess this is the outskirts of the Blue Mountains. Well, it is, because the mountains are rising up on our right. In fact, all the elevation here is increasing. We're just about 1,000 feet here. So this water level is 1,000 feet above sea level. So therefore, you can see how much we've come up onto the slopes of the Great Dividing Range. Aviators 05. Do you not have the insert traffic mod? I don't think so. It makes all aircraft models visible. Okay. Can you tell me more about that, please? Is it like model matching, like FSLTL, or is it something different to that? What's the difference between FSLTL and the insert traffic mod, please? Oh, I've left my camera off. There we go. I don't have two screens, so it's a bit of guesswork what's actually going out. And I thought I had a shortcut to trigger the ads on Twitch, but that doesn't seem to be working. Left or straight? We will be hanging right, so we kind of hang right here. Aviator 05, exactly that. So you're using FSLTL, is it? Okay. No, I don't. And does FSLTL match general aviation models now? Because they used to be very comprehensive on airlines. Well, they didn't used to be. They are very comprehensive on airlines, because that's kind of, I think, what their market was, what their interest was. And back in the day, I actually made a general aviation kind of supplement to FSLTL because they didn't seem to be doing it. And I always thought, maybe in hindsight, maybe I should have actually tried to join FSLTL and ask if they wanted the general aviation matching in there as well. Because it would make a lot of sense for one add-on to do everything, and so that at least helicopters would be matched with helicopters. So FSLTL Aviator 05 matches all models. I highly suggest you get it. I think well, maybe I don't, because I reinstalled it a couple months ago. Oh, the sound issue is finally fixed. Hallelujah. Oh, it sounded like I had a vacuum cleaner running in the cockpit every single time. The lag has gone because we are just out of the graphically demanding area. Although, as you said, someone said the 5090 that two-tone was using was also not enough. But mind you, who knows what his graphics settings were. I don't think your object level of detail actually needs to be high. Maybe it's better in VR for it to be higher, but flying 2D like this, I don't think you actually need, well, like I am, I don't think you really need the highest level of object level of detail, and it saves you VRAM. So it was when I was running low on VRAM at the airport with all the helicopters loading in, that's when we're getting the lag, and that's when a few people bounced out of the stream. Understandable too. Sorry about that. You never quite know, because I never know how many helicopters are going to show up. Well, I do. I mean, because you're all so reliable and regular and supportive of what we're doing, so thank you. Note takers on the the super chat goal. If you do that, if you want to see a tutorial video on flying aerobatics in the WU21 helicopter soon to be released, you can chuck me a small contribution on the super chat if you so desire. No obligation. Depends how much you want to see that tutorial video, doesn't it? So up to you. I'll definitely do a first impressions and a review of the WU105 when that comes along, and we'll get it into the stream as soon as I can. Oh, it's magical up here, isn't it? This is still the same water catchment for the drinking water, Warragamba. Cooler bro, is the 5090 really necessary? My 5080 works just fine. 5080 works just fine for VR. I kind of agree with you. Mine works okay for VR, even with the Crystal Super. It's challenged, the 5080 on VRAM, but you just kind of turn the object level of detail down, and it's still stunning inside the headset. You still get that amazing resolution. The 5080, I would say the processing of the 5080 is actually more than enough to generate sufficient frames for VR inside MSFS 2024. It's just that the VRAM at, is it 16 gigs, it's challenged by MSFS 2024 with when you've got lots of stuff going on. So I'm looking for the Katoomba Creek, which I guess is the same name as Katoomba, where we're going up to. And there's a little dirt strip airfield up in Katoomba, right in the bush, so we'll have to, I'll just have a look at that now. More info. So we've got, yeah, grass strips there. So what's the weather doing? I'll just have a zoom into here and look at these runways. Oh, you can't see it. So they're kind of east-west runways at Katoomba. So it's going to be a little bit of chaos going in, so people just follow me in and we'll be right. What's the weather doing? 298 from 2. At 2, sorry. Alright, so let's try and... Is that the creek down there? We want to follow the creek up, and we'll do a scenic orbit up here when we get into the correct valley. So is the 5090 necessary? No, it's not. It's just not. And it's just so expensive. Extraordinarily expensive. Depending on how things go for me the rest of this year, I might, and if they do like a 5080 Super. Oh, I need to turn right actually, so someone else has already found the right way there. Oh, there is the Katoomba stream. So hard right here, people. Hard right. Power lines, stay above those. Oh, I'm looking forward to Mamu's new power lines. That's going to be great. Cooler bro, your PC RAM help 64 plus is great. Yeah, I've got 64, but it's not a matched set, and it's I don't think I'm making the most of it. So I'm thinking also that I might sink a bit of money into a proper 64 gigabyte kit, and then maybe sell off the two 32s, because they're not exactly matched. They're closely matched. In fact, they're almost identical. It's just that one of them's a bit later than the other. Same brand, same spec and everything. But the SIM, or I believe Windows, cannot address them as well as one 64 gigabyte kit. So I might have to review that later this year, but that is so pricey at the moment. Has there been any downward trend in RAM yet, or is it still sky high? RAM is too expensive to update. Yeah, no kidding. Well, at least I can get a bit of money for putting the old ones up for sale. It's the same price as a Ferrari. Yeah, you can have two Ferraris actually for the price of a 128 gigabyte RAM kit. Funny. 80 views on YouTube and another 8 on Twitch. Still very new to Twitch, so trying to make the most of that service, and got a few things I want to do to improve the stream, just interactions and stuff. It's always every week I'm trying to do a little extra something to improve the stream. And the one thing I did this week doesn't seem to have worked, which is the trigger for the Twitch ads. So I had to figure out why that doesn't work. I think I know what it is. I just didn't configure the action properly and stream a bot. Oh my god. Streamer's work's never done, I tell you. I tell you. Alright, look at this beautiful valley we're entering, people. And this isn't even the most spectacular one. So, ancient exposed sandstone in here, and sorry to steal GL Pilot's thunder on that one, but just, I guess with that quite malleable rock, you get some pretty stunning formations in here. One of which is the Three Sisters, which has been added in, I think it was added in World Update 21, because I don't remember it being there before. And it's directly ahead at my 12 o'clock. Lifting a little bit more collective. Just steering just with the base of the stick. All I have to do is just suggest it. Such beautiful flight dynamics, and it's so easy to fly the Taugs hanger machines. Beautifully balanced. Still a challenge in hover, as it should be, especially when you've got low frame rates. And look at that haze. That blue haze. It's what gives the Blue Mountains its name. Does anyone know how that haze is formed? It's a bit of an interesting one. Well, I guess it's just generic MSFS 2024 effects, but I do wonder if they've turned it up a bit here in the Blue Mountains. 200 million year old sandstone, says GL Pilot. Thank you. Older than the dinosaurs. Stunning. So Katoomba, the township, is just above us, just above that at our 12 o'clock. And we've got this beautiful Three Sisters formation right here. Eucalyptus vapor. That's right, Andrew. So Australia's famous for its eucalyptus trees. If you live in the on the coast of California, I noticed that there's been hundreds, thousands of eucalyptus trees planted there. Getting a little bit slow here, but a little bit more collective. Go ahead.
In the Appalachians, the Smoky Mountains are largely caused by stuff from trees, not eucalyptus, but other trees.
That's right. Interesting. Yeah, so we get this vapor from the trees, the oil, and it just combines with dust, and you get this really interesting blue hazy effect. So when you look from Sydney, they're always a bit blue, hence the Blue Mountains. So good creative naming there. Better than some silly English name, but anyway. So we'll do orbit here. So I'll just get right up close to this ridge right in front of me, and we'll do a left-hand orbit and climb up into Katoomba, so we can just enjoy this beautiful scenery in here. And look, how gorgeous is it really? Come on, come on. I've done a little bit of birding in here, not much, just on my way through to Sydney. Andrew too says, yeah, they've modelled the lookout in the visitor centre. Yeah, all right. Well, shall we just go right over there then? And I'll stay straight ahead for now. So there's the Three Sisters right there. Play a role in Aboriginal people's mythology in this area. Everyone's overtaken because I'm just going so slow. I'm just enjoying the view too much, that's why. Enjoying that beautiful view. Oh, that's so good. No, that's not the view I want. That is. There we go. Oh, that's backwards. Oh, it's backwards.
Someone's going down.
How beautiful is that? Oh, Oni has figured out how to land there. I don't think there's quite enough room there for 20 helicopters, so I'll just stick and do an orbit, but if someone wants to have a go at that, you're welcome. Three Sisters right below. Very pretty. Very pretty. And look at the state of this valley. Come on. It's so good. That is so good. In the Blue Mountains. Katoomba right behind me now. So I'll do this left-hand circuit. Is anyone actually following me? Yeah, maybe not. So I'll just do my very slow left-hand circuit here. I've got A Hunter down there. That's good. Three Sisters there. You can enjoy out the left-hand side of the helicopter. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, 3,700 feet. Oh, we really did climb, didn't we? Okay, I'm going to do a fast pass over the visitor centre. I'll just buzz whoever happens to be in there at the moment. Then I'll do one more left-hand orbit, and then we'll get along to Katoomba Airfield. Oh, you're actually landing on the Three Sisters. Bartholomew and JB Box, you've done well. All right, take this, visitor centre. Woohoo! Oh dear. All right, one more left-hand pass for me. Oh, there's a cable car down there. That must be from Mamu. Yeah, right. I just don't remember that one. Beautiful work. Hope you're enjoying your view from the viewing point. Let's go and buzz Ritzkio over here. Chris Loire, hello to you. Flint Longtail, hello to you. Try and say hello to everyone. Ritzkio. Oh, it's just nice, isn't it, for landing up there? You've done well. Oh, I'm tempted. Okay, I've got to do it, I suppose. Got to do it, I suppose.
Watch the updraft as you try and land. I got thrown off the rock.
Oh, awesome. Thrown off the rock. Nice. All right, the middle one looks the hardest one, so I'll try that one. And also, I'm now got the wind at my tail, so we'll try and come around and not hit Flint Longtail. Oh, it's got a bit of a lack of resolution there. Okay. Oh, did I do it? Oh, I've fallen through it. I might need to just go backwards a bit. So backwards a bit, please. Very dangerous flying. Oh, actually I'm in the rock now. Didn't realise how low I was. Can I get onto the middle one? I don't know that it's fully solid. Oh, Chris Lyre's got that now. Maybe I'll go and try this one. Oh, Chris Lyre, I think yeah, 76 might be a bit big for it. Let's kind of mess up these trees. Oh no, we're all going for it now. It's chaos. Typical group flight chaos is what we want to see. You'd be disappointed if it wasn't. The Chris Lyre's kind of got your tail boom. All right, NZ Bank Boy, if you could possibly vacate so that I might share that spot with you. Thank you. All right, I did it. Wasn't part of the plan, but there we go. That's fun. That's brilliant. The view, so good. So good, so good, so good, so good. All right, let's get going to Katoomba. Not far, and we'll take a proper break and fuel up if we need to. What's my fuel like? Perfectly fine, so nothing to worry about there. Lifting. It's just directly north, pretty much. And we'll try and land heading east. We can just sit on the grass, on the dirt runways. Oh, we'll vacate the runways. Get our nose pointing into the runways for a traditional Let's Fly group flight. Group shot. Group flight, group shot. I'll get there. Super. Sorry, Katoomba, for destroying your morning peace. Dr. K. Bishop, hello to you.
You're giving us a great tour, Matthew. Thank you.
Helicopter
having fun.
54432. You are so welcome. Thank you for that. It's actually not my neighbourhood. My neighbourhood's down south in Melbourne, but this is scenically very pretty. Sydney does have the benefit of being a very pretty city indeed. Melbourne's a bit flat in comparison, but has its own charms. Ogotai 36, hello to you. So again, people, if you want to get onto the Discord, there is the details right there, or the newsletter as well. So I just did a column the other day just about where we are at with the default helicopters in Sim Update 5. A few hits and misses, as there always is. So we're going to be doing a left base to land at Katoomba Airfield. It's cut right into the bush, so it's not the most visible and easy place to land. But since when do we do easy, team? Since when do we do easy? Alright, so I can't even see it yet. That's how cut into the bush it is. Might need to get a little bit more height on. Is it right in front of me? Is it in here? It's not. Is it on the other slope? I thought it was on this side. Oh, it is on the other side. Okay, right. Oh, the gentle throb of the Huey is good, isn't it? Oh, look at the cloud hanging in the Gross Valley down there. Oh, Avgas is down there. Thank you, Avgas. That's very convenient. I can see exactly where I need to go now. Yeah, I've got beautiful mist and cloud just hanging in that Gross Valley down there. Beautiful. That's what it's called. G-R-O-S-E. Not gross, but gross.
Watch the lines.
Yeah, power lines here, people. Good. Thanks for the reminder. Terrible place for an airfield, isn't it? And what's my heading? Oh, I'm heading pretty much west. That's good. So, yeah, just for a nice photo where you try and get our noses pointing into the runway. So off to the side, pointing into the runway, it makes a nice group shot.
I just saw my first kangaroo in the sim. Nice.
Oh, you just saw a kangaroo! Fantastic! We've gone wildlife spotting as well. You've had everything today. Beautiful.
I had a kangaroo a couple days ago, but it was in a golf course, so not quite as exciting.
What might surprise you, Whisper, is that that is actually 100% realistic. Kangaroos, yeah, they sleep kind of during the day in big mobs, and sometimes they'll just choose a bit of open grass, and often, yeah. What better open grass spot than a big wide open golf course, am I right?
Sure.
I haven't seen the kangaroo yet, but all right. Well, you've got your nose going that way, so I'll join you over there. So I'll just go and, whoops, not cut off that H500. Is that Bank Boy again? No, it's Cube Store. Hello, Cube Store. So just stop being so indecisive, Matthew, and try and settle in there. Whoa. Yeah, the ground's a little bit higher than what I thought it was. Sort of gravelly, uneven surface there. Had the nose needed to be quite a long way up as well. All right, so how have we done? Beautiful. I'll get mine down to idle. I'll get an alarm for that. Oh no, because I never switched the alarm on. Rob, thanks for following the Twitch channel. Appreciate that. That is absolutely brilliant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. RAM issue again. I might be just causing problems on the stream, so I might have to hop inside. Yeah. I've got to be a bit more careful about that. GPU's flat out. Memory might have just come back there a little bit. So what happened there, people, is that in enjoying the amazing lineup of helicopters, I sort of maxed out my VRAM. So again, this might be doing it again here. Again, I will try and just bring back the graphics because it interrupts the stream as well. It just can't handle it. So this will have to go down yet further. Hopefully that'll do it. Always a bit of a pity to interrupt the flight. Don't like doing that. Interrupt the stream. Don't like doing that. Oni, yeah, during the flight you're not seeing people as far away as you do previously, but the turnout is awesome. I agree, and the scenery has been top-notch so far. 100%. 100%. Okay, so I am going to take a short break. So comfort stop, make sure your helicopter's refueled, and we'll be back on board real soon. Let's just get a nice external view that doesn't wreck the VRAM. Maybe it will wreck the VRAM. How can I, oh, I'm blown away. I'm just blown away by you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing. So let's just get this up here and we'll be right back with you real soon after a short break. Well, people, what fun. What fun. Figure I'm a bit of a challenge today, and a couple of interruptions to the stream. Sorry about that. We'll do the best we can. I think it'll be a bit better when we get flying. So, let's get flying. What we need to do is get down into this valley behind us here. Australia's own Grand Canyon, the Groves River, and its spectacular view down here. Then we get up to Mount Victoria up here. So, let's go. I will take off the same direction that we landed. I'll need to get my... Need to get back up to speed. In fact, interesting, this happened last week as well. Even though I took it down to idle, it somehow has gone back up to where it was before, so it's disobeyed me. Alright, so let's get going here. I will lift up. I will just sort of get myself sort of pointing down the runway. People can form up behind, and then we can get going again. Ooh, 2-stage pickup on the Huey is required, so we go back and then forwards. So I'll just get pointing down this runway a bit and then let people catch up behind. Hello, Gary. So you can't see anyone? Well, you just need to check your settings. So here are the settings. Wow, there's just helicopters everywhere I look. I think we've got like, we could be pushing 40 helicopters today. Incredible. Incredible
Tell
stuff.
him to move his time back 1 minute. That's what made me show up. Made you guys show up for me.
Okay, so you were on the stream just then, Wookie, so hopefully that went out to you as well. Binky, VRAM at 26 right now. Wow, how did that happen? Shaven Wookie's in a... Have you changed to a Chinook now?
Yeah, I moved to a Chinook. Tell him to move his time back 1 minute. It should help him find us.
Yeah, you went out on the stream there, so so give that a go. Maybe just go on and off live or something. Oh, don't look backwards, Matthew, because then you'll interrupt the stream again. So just look forwards. Just look forwards only. We are only going forwards because we still can't find reverse. Because we can't find reverse. There's a blast in the past. All right, so taking off. Well, there's something coming in hot there. All right, let's get moving here. We'll be taking a right turn after I take off here. Here's my 2-stage pickup, sort of, at last. Bit of a rough pickup, really. Get moving down here. There we go. Moving. We are on our way. Helicopters absolutely everywhere. And here comes our right turn.
Wires.
Wires, thank you. Yes, I could have looked at a Navigraph for that. They, oh, there it is. There it is. There's our valley. So let's get in here nice and right into the valley and get those towering cliffs above us. Will be spectacular. So I'm going down. Hopefully not hitting the wires. Navigraph tells you the wires, which is handy. Bit of blade slap there coming from FS Realistic Plus. Yeah, we dropped out a couple of times on Twitch. Wow, what am I going to do? I think it was Whispers sort of suggesting 7900 XTX could be a good way to go because I'll get better get better VRAM on there, 24 gigs. I was looking around for second-hand 4090s when I got this 5080, and eBay is full of scammers. Lots of scammers selling supposed 4080s that aren't, sorry, 4090s that are not real. Very annoying. Look at these cliffs towering high above us. This magical sandstone. Oh, Wonderland! In the Blue Mountains, inland from Sydney, World Outbound 21. On our way to Bathurst on this leg, so we'll have a look at the racing circuit out there. get right on this valley floor. It's like this feeling of those the mountains high above us, or the cliffs high above us. You can take it high, you can take it low, but when we get to the end of this one, we're turning left, 502C and Flint Longtail. Yeah, it's a bit of a pity when you lose viewers because the VRAM's full. Yeah, how to prioritize that. Maybe I can set my OBS on a higher priority or something, but I think the screen captures actually might not be quite that simple.
I saw that, Bank Boy.
Bit of helicopter hijinks, I hope.
He bounced through a tree.
Oops. Chris Loire, very reliable group flight member. Always good to see you along in your S76. Look at this. That is just beautiful in my view. On the view that I'm getting here. Oh, yeah. Peeking out through the foliage. Beautiful. That's great. All the helicopters going by. Sounds like my helicopter now sounds like a H125. Maybe it's, I'm just imagining it. Yes, so I fixed my audio problems yesterday by deleting all of my streamed packages, and that fixed that vacuum cleaner sound effect I was getting. Oh, look at the sun coming through up there. Oh, stop it. World Update 21, Australia, makes you want to revisit all of these magical locations again. And the Blue Mountains, this one, outside of Sydney, that's just gorgeous. Almost had a tree myself there, just in my attempt to gather more content.
Sampling the foliage.
Don't blame the foliage.
Sampling. Taking
sampling.
leaves.
Vegetation management.
Yeah, right. Yeah, thin out their numbers. Oh dear. How about this valley, people? How about it? Just those spectacular sandstone formations above us, you know, just so beautiful. Aviator, want to speed it up a little? I'm going to stall. What are you flying? I mean, if I'm honest with you, I don't want to speed it up because it's so beautiful. But we're in a long cruise soon, so we'll get it up past 100 again. Oh, so great to have you all along. Thank you. Mac2 Slew 2, first time I've noticed you there today. Hello. Endlessly gorgeous. Just the light effects, the sort of shafts of light coming through the gaps in the sandstone up there. Just stunning. Just endlessly stunning. On your left wing. Oh, so you're that. Are you Carsgrow? And that? Were you in a F-35 or something before? Were you? All right, left through here. Ritzkio and GL Pilot World this way. Go and find the little township of Mount Victoria. And say goodbye to that stunning scene behind us. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. That
Climb,
was,
you pig.
that was one of the most beautiful valleys I think we've done yet. I mean, we've had some spectacular sights on these group flights. Even last week with the route that Mako 6 set up for us. In the Gorge du Verdon, in France on our way down to Monaco last week. That was stunning, but there's just something. I guess that, you know, this is also a home for me as well, so it's just nice to be able to show off something, I suppose, special to me, to Australians. And my other home, New Zealand, will start raving about that some other time. Got a new release coming up soon for New Zealand, so I might be featuring that on the channel. I will keep you informed, of course. So easy to fly. I just have to suggest what I wanted to do on the cyclic, and it will just slowly go over there. Then I just slowly suggest that I want it like leveled out again, and it will do that for me. This is helicopter flying. It's a bit hard when you're losing frames and you're trying to, you know, perform a tidy landing or pick up. I mean, or do I just go for broke and just buy a 5090 and just like spend some savings on it? Oh. It's so expensive. Do they have 32 gigs of RAM, or is it 24? 32, isn't it, on a 5090? Power lines on the ridge. So this township of Mount Victoria. Beautiful stuff. Is that a rail siding in there? I'm not sure. Then the landscape changes again. We're still in the Blue Mountains here, but you'll see it kind of falls away, or it comes down to a plateau on the other side, really. Bit of a tendency to roll to the right, so I'll just give it a little bit of left trim. That looks like it might have fixed it already. Beautiful stuff. So 110 knots on for me. I hope that's going to be fine for some of the slide machines behind me there. In my Navigraph as well, so I can just pick up a couple of local landmarks. Put that on another screen. Well, on the same screen. So I've always got too much going on one screen. Right now, there's too much left trim now. Let's try and get that smoothed out. So it's a bit of cross country now, people. 350 sim. So we passed Mount Victoria a few moments ago. This town that we're over now. Yeah, Mount Victoria. Well, yeah, what's this locality we're above right here? Sorry, I need to fix this trim up. There I was praising the amazing Huey the whole time, and I just over trimmed it a bit there on one side. I think that might be a little bit better now. I think, is it still Mount Victoria down there as well? Sorry, people of Mount Victoria and New South Wales, if I got that wrong. Oh, lovely. Lovely. The other side of the Blue Mountains. So we'll find a little river to run along as well. That's quite fun. And where does that start? Is this the Fish River? No, it's the Cox's River. It's got to find the right one. Trim's still not quite right.
There's a small one right below me to your left.
Yes, that's not quite the one we want yet. Although that'll run to the reservoir. We can take that one. And I need to get to... Mt Panorama. Okay, that comes up on our left then. Okay, yeah, we can do it. So, yeah, we can follow this river down here. This will take us just to a little lake. So, I'll just get a bit lower, lowering the collective. Binky, you're running a 7900 XTX, because I came from an XT. I came from a 7900 XT before going to the 5080. The 5080 definitely, whoa, but overspeeding it there. 5080 is definitely better for VR because the processing power is significantly higher. But the sacrifice is that NVIDIA only equipped it with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. And then the next step up is the 5090 with 32. So there's a bit of a missing gap there, I think, in the NVIDIA range. Not that they've announced anything for a while, have they? Has there been anything new on the horizon yet? Like a 5080 Super or something? No? They're all just obsessed with AI now. God. Pilot Boy! Hi there! G'day, joining the pack and loving this. Thanks, you are so welcome. Oh, there you go. Wookie, that's a nice little gap for you to fly through there in your Chinook. That's good. Oh, power lines. Oops, just pretend that didn't happen.
Hence the gap.
Hence the gap. Beautiful stuff. So it's still at 2,500 feet, so we're on a sort of significant plateau here on the western side of the Great Dividing Range. IFR flying. This is VFR flying. Follow the river. Oh, IFR, I follow the river. Sorry, now I get you. IFR flying. I follow the river. Very good. Yeah, sorry, finally got you. It was a bit slow. Yeah, I got a bit slow there as well in terms of helicopter speed. Beautiful rolling countryside, isn't it, in here? On our way out to Bathurst, handcrafted airport in MSFS 2024 World Update 21 and also 2020, I suppose.
This dam doesn't have the same quality as the last one.
No, most dams are not modelled to any great extent, are they? So it's always lucky for us when we do have like a real landmark dam, like that Warragamba Dam, modelled beautifully for us. Oh, that's a tight turn on the Huey. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice stuff. Really nice stuff. You know, just for auto-gen scenery, it's not too bad, is it, really? Oh, that road's a bit weird. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some. 120 knots along the surface of this little lake. So we'll need to take a left turn here to get back on course. We'll try to get to Mt Panorama. Yeah, we've got a road we can follow out here, so I'm going to take a left and maybe this next arm or the arm after that. Yeah, we'll take a left in here, people, and then we've got a road to follow, and then that'll take us quite a long way along where we need to go. IFR flying. IFR flying now is I follow the road. So, river to road, it still works. NZ Bank Boy, designed by a close friend of mine. No, she's streaming YouTube and in this group flight with this tool. What tool? Did I miss another message in there from Bank Boy? There we go. Great work, team. Great work. Oh, Bank Boy, yeah, I'm not sure. If you posted a link, I'm not sure if that works. So you can let me know on the Discord later on if you like. Oh, this beautiful rolling New South Wales countryside. How lovely. How very lovely. And just straight and follow the road over here, people. At the crossroads. Oh, that was fun flying in Sydney. Opera House to the Blue Mountains to rolling countryside to Mt Panorama is where we're going. Ah, so good. All the options are open to you in MSFS 2024. Okay, so where are we right now, Spiker Gamer? I will just have to find, because we're sort of cross-country at the moment, so I'll just find something in between. Don't know if there is anything, actually. Not on my flight plan, there isn't. Let's see if I can find you an airport on our way. No, there isn't one. We're in a bit of a dead zone for airports, sorry. I mean, you could slew down from Bathurst. That's where we're going, but you could slew down from Bathurst because we're... that's where we're going to. So you'll be slewing to the southeast from Bathurst to find us. And if you follow all the settings, you should see all of the cluster of excellent helicopters. Look at you all, yes. In the EFB, that's what I'm hoping. So, Bathurst, oh, BTH, Bathurst, YBTH, YBTH. So here's Mt Panorama coming up at our 1 o'clock. Lovely countryside, isn't it? Real agricultural food bowl out this way. Yes, BR105, I'm very excited about that. Looking forward to hopefully getting my hands on it very soon.
There's about 45 liveries with that, isn't it?
It's got an absolutely mental amount of liveries. It's just, they've gone... I mean, I really appreciate it, actually. I really appreciate a developer who throws in a lot of a lot of liveries in the default pack. Makes a big difference, I think. Accessibility, you know, allows people to choose their own adventure, gives people sort of freedom to, you know, try out different kind of things and suggestions to try out different routes in different places. Car and Simulations has always been quite good at that as well, throwing in lots of liveries in the default pack.
Makes you wonder how much it's going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the price is. I would think it's going to be... I suppose it'd be comparable to the MH60 pack. I mean, would it be less because the MH60 pack had 3 helicopters in it, essentially? So we'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully have some news in the next few days.
There's currently 42 liveries with the Taug Dolphin.
42. That's just crazy. Yeah, because he's doing all the. They're doing all the MH65.
34 of them are probably Coast Guard stations.
Yeah, all the Coast Guard stations,
Yeah,
which is so great.
A lot of redundant Coast Guard, but a lot of variety too with the other varieties, variants.
Yeah, and it'll be fun with the Emergency Dispatcher Pro. Whisper, you've been involved in that a little bit, so, well, probably a lot knowing you. So the, that Emergency Dispatcher Pro add-on coming soon from Moravia Softworks, is based, he's made it in cooperation with US Coast Guard and got a bit of in-house information there about operations. And so that's really going to suit beautifully the MH65 Dolphin, which is part of the twin pack from Taugs Hangar. So that'll be along soon. I think just got a feeling that it might take a bit longer than what we realised or what we'd hoped. It seems like it's a very complex add-on, certainly the most complex that Taugs has ever done. Got a little bit slow there. Gary, something weird happened with my sim today. I've restarted twice. Settings all okay. Changed time by a minute. Suggested still cannot see anyone. Very peculiar. The scenery is great though. Well, if you followed all the settings, it's a bit hard to know what to advise. I mean, you're not on PS5, so that's the only thing that can trip people up because it's on a different network. Oh, it's beautiful flying, this machine. So great. Well, at some point the road's turned into a railway, but it still works. I mean, Gary, in my experience, there's often just one setting that people overlook or is not where they thought it was, and they don't see the other players. Sometimes it's just you know, when you're setting up your flight conditions, people forget to put multiplayer all on, and that affects it. So you just need to check every single one. But then again, some people just still doesn't work. So I don't know. Luckily, it always works for me. So just get those VRAM issues though. That's any trouble. It interrupts the stream. Look at all these excellent helicopters flying down the railway line. Oh, so good, so good. I'm so happy. Whoops. Let's try to fly the machine. So happy that you would want to join this. And got a nice viewership there on YouTube today as well. Very grateful for that. Gary Duggan, you got out of the wrong side of bed this morning. Yeah, just something somewhere somehow has just messed it up. Sorry about your problems there. Yeah, I'm just following the railway line at this point, people. Sorry, Ritzkio, I just cut you off there a bit. It's the town of Loxley, I believe. Shall we do river again? River or railway line? They're both pretty. Let's do river, because that's going to get us closer to Mount Panorama. So I'm turning left, following the Fish River. Whisper Dark's going the right way. Mr. Anderson himself, this is awesome, seeing all these helicopters cruising by. I absolutely 100% agree with you. Let's do another flyby to celebrate that fact. Woohoo! Very hard to fly from this view, but but that is a very impressive sight. It's endlessly fun.
Blade slap in this view is great, yeah.
It's so good, yeah. Well, my blade slap's augmented, Jace, by the FS Realistic Plus pack, which I've just turned down a bit just to balance a bit better with the native Taugs sounds today. This is the Fish River. This will get us pretty much along to Mount Panorama, almost actually. Still 2,500 feet here, so you can see this is a much higher elevation. So I think we got up to about 3.5, didn't we, or maybe 4,000? Look who's here,
yeah,
our Aussie mate. Who's he talking about there? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, close to 4,000.
We got close to 4,000 feet, and we've only descended 1,500 on this side of the Blue Mountains. Mr. Maverick. Oh, yes, it's you. Hello, nice to see you again. Yeah, World Update 21 Australia is the impetus for us taking this flight in New South Wales. Started in Sydney, very beautiful down there. Had a nice city scenic, harbour scenic, flew under the Harbour Bridge, flew under the, I've done it again, Gladesville Bridge. And I'm in the original Taugs Hangar 2020 version of the Huey today. Just like Ritzkio in front of me there. And it's been a lovely occasion. So we are on our way to Bathurst in Mt Panorama. I'm not quite sure how well known Mt Panorama and the Bathurst 500 would be for people who aren't Australian, but it's a motor racing circuit with a long history. Part of it is on public road, so they closed it off obviously for the race. The supercars better be there, Bank Boy says. I think you might be pushing your luck there. I don't think they've gone that far with the modelling. But I'm sure you will enjoy it nonetheless. Now, I wonder if I can extend the... No, I can't. I can only remove the goal. I was going to extend that goal. If people want a BO105 aerobatics tutorial video, you can choose to support this community and what we do by chucking in a little super thanks, if you so desire, on YouTube. No, not compulsory to do so, but if you did, you will help the production of the BO105 aerobatics tutorial. I'll still do a first impressions and a review, so that'll happen either way. Okay, Super Cruisy, you're flying around but you can't find us. Well, I can see a couple of outliers on the pack here on my screen. I don't know if one of those is yours or not. So we're almost directly south of Bathurst now. So the point that we're coming to is BTHSF. That's a RNAV location for BTHSF for one of the approaches in Bathurst, or departures. Can we land on the circuit? Let's just, there's a nice big Mt Panorama sign. Let's try and land on that. It's on a hill though, so we'll see if we'll do it so that we can look up to the Mt Panorama sign and land in front of it, so we can do another silly group shot. Oh, you're familiar with it, Oni? Yeah, so you enjoy sim racing in addition to sim flying. So have you actually done sim racing on the Bathurst circuit? That's kind of cool. So we're pretty much at BTHSF right now. And what would the next point be? The next point after that, if anyone wants to try and join, is the helipad at Mt Panorama YP9HK. YP9HK. Mt Panorama helipad. YP9HK. YP9HK, correct. Oni, quite a few laps. It's modelled quite well these days with the current releases of everything from the mainstream to the more obscure. Cool. Helicopter 5432 has opened the super thanks. Thank you so much for your support. That is greatly appreciated, Helicopter 5432. You're a regular. You're valued. You're a very positive person who's always got complimentary things to say, encouraging things to say to me. And thank you for what you do. I appreciate it. So is this still the Fish River that we're on, or does it turn into something else? Might be turning to something else here, the Womble Macquarie River. Thank you, Helicopter 5432. I absolutely intend to keep on going with your support and everyone else's. So I'm a little bit perplexed what I'm going to do about my VRAM issue. Oh, what am I going to do? Because I don't like having my streams interrupted, because people turn off when that happens. So I had to figure out some way to handle that. Maybe I can just prioritize OBS, but I'm not sure if that's how it works or not. OBS being the broadcasting software that I use. Bank boy up ahead there, very good. Heli TV, Fibro 2C. Excellent stuff. Oh, Bank Boy, thank you. Pilot Boy, I've got 16 gigabytes in the 5080. So my kind of complaint with the 5080, you know, is having really fantastic processing power and definitely superior to the 7900 XT that I came from. The 7900 XT that I came from did have 20 gigabytes of RAM, and the 5080's only got 16. Why is there such a big jump from 16 in the 5080 to 32 in the 5090? Why can't we have a little something in between? Please, NVIDIA. Maybe a 24 gigabyte card would be good. So we don't have to necessarily sell our house, mortgage our house to get a 5090. Ugh, how tiresome. I mean, MSFS 2024 is getting better and better, the optimization. So here's the outskirts of Bathurst. I mean, you need to be taking a left turn here to get up to Mt Panorama, which is at 11 o'clock right now. So I might start drifting over in that direction now and not fly over the town. So a little bit over to the left to the higher ground up there, and we'll get along to the motor racing circuit. And it might be Oni who's in charge of finding the best spot to land there. I have to. Where are you, Oni? Actually, I don't know what your name is in the sim. Do I see you there? I'm not sure that I do. Strange sound effect there. The township of Bathurst. As I understand it, people come up and camp in advance of the race, the annual race, and yeah, supercars they call it. I think the idea of the Bathurst 500 used to be that they were kind of stock cars that were raced in, as in like factory, you know, factory. What am I trying to say here? The same cars that you could, in theory, buy. Oh, there's the Mt Panorama sign. I can see it. How are we going to land on that? Oh, yeah. Is that the pit straight down there? Oh, yeah. Might need Oni's advice on what is the best place to... Oh, there's some nice modelling down there as well. Excellent. Oh, cool. Here's the Mt Panorama sign, but is this practical or not? How are we going to get a shot there? Maybe, do we go at the top of it and then put it... Yes, we go at the top. Oni's familiar lapping it, but not so much flying. Hilarious. I think we... See there's a little tower up there? I think we park where NZ Bank Boy and A100G are right now, and then we get that Mt Panorama sign in the foreground, and I'll zoom out and get a lovely group shot and probably crash the stream again. Road, yeah, that seems like a decent spot. I agree with you. Excellent stuff. Whoa, what's happened to my view? Reset, reset. There we go. That's better. So yeah, have your nose pointing back down the hill like A100G and Bank Boy are doing right now. And so I'll come up the road and spin around. Oni's up there as well. Excellent stuff. Then to me it's being rendered as a Bell 427. It's quite a nice looking helicopter, that one. So is this the actual track here, Oni, that we're on? Whoa. Whoa. So I'm actually crashing into those blades. So let's just come a little bit further along here. Right. So yes, this is the site of... oh, that's not good. The site of a decades-long rivalry between Australian car manufacturers, Ford and Holden. People divided themselves up tribally into Ford people or Holden people. Oni, the 427 is much prettier than the 145, so lucky you. All right, let's see if I can pose this photo. Am I rolling over there? Oh, I think I might be leaning on my stick when I'm doing my drone view. Okay, so we'll go out fast. So I'm going to try and get a wide shot that takes in the Mt Panorama sign. It's not very easy. That's better. There it is. That's pretty funny. Mt Panorama with 30 helicopters. I love it. Alt F No, Alt 2. It's not the greatest shot. Well, maybe I should go a bit further back and then zoom in just to shorten the depth of field a bit smarter. Oh, that's Skyline we've landed on. Ah, gotcha. And then, right, okay. Very good. Very good. Thank you for that. Why is Bathurst being blanked out on the sign? I don't quite understand that. Mt Panorama. That is so good. That is going straight to the group shots channel. The screenshots channel on our group fly Discord server. So let's just get that in here. Ah, that's already a couple of photos in there. Oh, so good. So good. And there's the shot. Who posted that? Whisper Dark at Katoomba, where I was crashing out my my stream. So the goal ends in 9 minutes and 25 seconds because I couldn't figure out how to make it longer. I could make it 2 hours.
If you look from where we're parked over to the left on the hill, you can see a stencil of a plane in the satellite image.
You can see a stencil of the plane in the satellite image over. So is it on the ground? Must be on the ground.
Yeah, it's on the ground to the left. That white dot that's on the hill. If you climb up and look down on it, you can see the plane in it.
The white dot that's on the hill. So is it in my view now?
I'll go over to it.
Always interesting doing a bit of plane spotting. Oh, there it is. I found it. Yeah, guided in there by the ship. Whoa, I've got to turn that view down. There we go. Well, not sort of plane it is. It looks like a. It looks like a Buccaneer twin. That twin.
Yeah,
jet
it does.
thing. I'm sure it's not actually a Buccaneer, but is it just a King Air or something? Just the engines look really close into the fuselage.
How would it get there?
Satellite photo.
I think maybe
Oh,
it was flying
airborne.
Whisper Dark, and it just got photo bombed
tricky.
the satellite. All right, why am I getting? Have I killed my helicopter? Hilarious. So, when
Yeah, they're a fun little scavenger hunt to look for those. They're everywhere.
I think it's possible. I've just killed my helicopter when I moved a long way from it. So it might be a bit of an issue having me restart this right now. So I might have just caused myself a bit of a world of pain here. Can I just restart it? That would be very convenient if I could. Oh, it's going to restart. Fantastic. So I've got RPM now. Wait for that to get to 12 or reintroduce fuel. So in moving away from my helicopter, I actually stopped it from working properly and it registered some damage and stopped working. So I will fix that now. I think that's started up successfully. Just getting my RPMs back. There we go. Binky, I was going to go admire your work in just a second. Six minutes 50 left for you to get a super thanks in the jar if you are so inclined. No obligation, but if you do, I'll be grateful. It's 6 minutes 50 because I don't know, I can't see how to extend it because we're still flying. So obviously it'd be nice to be able to make that a bit further out. Anyway, let's get this back up to speed. I think we are. That's good. Is Binky still up there? No. All right, let's follow the track around. And is it Conrod Strait that goes down from here? So taking off, and I'll just follow the path around the track. Bit of frame rate loss going on there. Not very smooth to fly. Not very smooth to take off. Anyway, not the way I just did it. Alright. Up we come. Following the track around, we'll get down to the pit lane down the bottom there. Wow, it's quite something, isn't it? This descent down here. Am I going the right way, or do they go clockwise or anti-clockwise? Here's the straight. They go anti-clockwise? Okay, so we're going the right way, I guess. So this is the long straight, isn't it, here? You can tell I'm maybe not the most knowledgeable person on motor racing. We do have a motor racing enthusiast or even professional in the community who's not with us today, sadly, so I did let them know. There we go. That's beautiful. Good work. Good work, Microsoft and Gaia, or whoever it was who was involved in making all of this work. Don't think we can quite get the Chinook under the armour all sign there. Has someone managed
There's some cows in the field.
Boy, how did you do that?
That is, look at that. That is very impressive. So that's the tower you meant up there. That is excellent work. Excellent work, Super Cheap Auto. I'll show you Super Cheap Auto. Space Cadet, you are a generous person. Thank you so much for putting that in the jar for us. Very much appreciate that. We'll get along and make that BR105 aerobatics video. If we pass the target, I might have to extend it into next week at this rate because I don't know how to extend this one. I can set up another goal, but that's just annoying. I'll see what YouTube does when it expires, actually, if I can just extend it after it expires. Alright, well there we go. That's Mt Panorama and the side of the Bathurst 500, or whatever it's called these days. Isn't that beautiful with the sign up there at the top of the hill? That's great. Fun times in MSFS 2024. Well, I think I'm going to start getting along to Bathurst Airport, which is to our northwest. And so, what's the wind doing, please? The wind is calm. 152 at 1. 9 degrees up here at Bathurst. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Let's just reset that caution. Thank you. E-Corp. Morning, Matthew. Morning. I did a lot more sim racing before getting into flying as well. Great track to play in VR. The mountain's a lot steeper than it looks on TV. Yeah, it looks pretty steep just flying around it like we did today. Driven around there in real life too. Awesome. Can you drive around the whole track? So there's a little general aviation area kind of in front, beside the terminals, I think. Let's just go and, or is that the south end down there? Let's go and scope it out. I'll just do a sensible approach, and then we'll find a nice spot to conclude our magnificent World Update 21 journey in Australia. It's been a lot of fun. I'm so glad we did this. Yeah, it's a public road when it's not in use, that's right. Until it's not. Yes. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. So, let's see how we're doing here. How are we tracking? So the airport's pretty much right in front of us. Might need the old... Oh, I don't have mine. If it's right in front of us, why can't I see it even with the binoculars? Oh, that's it there. There it is. I can see the cross runway now. Yep. That's it, right under the plus now. Alright, that's good. Love those binoculars from Chase Plane. Cool, Libro. We are in Bathurst, New South Wales. So we've just come inland from Sydney. Those are the Blue Mountains still in front of us, I think. Unless it's like a subsidiary range. Maybe it's one of those ones that we actually pass right away into Bathurst from the Blue Mountains. So what's my resource monitor saying? My CPU's only at 34%, my GPU's at 45%, so lots of headroom there, and my GPU memory 13 out of 16, so that's where the problem is. The VRAM, it's a little bit, it's not the smoothest frame rate right now for some reason, even the SPA, there's a F18. This has been awesome, what a great flight, thank you people.
No, thank you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. We'll have a fight about who's the most thankful. We're all thankful. It's, you know, I really am grateful for the community that sprung up. That, you know, we learn together and try new things, enjoy the scenery, have a laugh. And then I get back to making tutorial videos. I've got a few to make. All right, and round we come. Yeah, so it looks like a nice general aviation area at this end of the airport, but I'll just do the approach first and then come back around. Looks like a nice road, not a road for us down there that we could all line up on. That one in my view right now. Oh, I'm coming in hot. Bit of a sudden deceleration there for the passengers in my UH1, so round we go. I'll do a kind of an air taxi around to the area that I've got in mind. Here they all come. Here they all come. Good work, people. Is Quasi Arch coming towards me or away from me? Ooh. It's Micah. Hello. Haven't seen you on the stream yet in your MH60. Quasi Archer, hello to you too. Excellent stuff. Very sensible looking approach there from Collier. What have you got? An S76 is it? Rolling landing, very nice. Just looked like you might have had a tiny hop there from my view, but maybe that was nice and smooth for you. Can't always tell in multiplayer how smooth it is. How smooth it is to be landed on by you. Alright, let's stop that. And let's get ourselves lined up down here. Space Cadet's got almost the right idea there. Oh, you found your own personal little parking spot there. What is that for, I wonder, that space? Is that so you can come and look at the planes? You can just drive your car in there and be protected from walking out onto the apron. Alright, so I propose we line up on this thing and then we'll have the airport in the background. So I am going to go to the end of this thing here, have my nose pointing south. Slow down, please. Don't roll it. Get a little bit more over here to the left and set it down here, and then I'll just check what it's like. Oh, no, I'm right on the edge now. Oh, I don't like that. I've got to be on the got to be on the asphalt. Oh dear, no, this frame rate's not good right now. What am I going to do? So just while everyone else lines up there, I'm going to, and you look like you're doing a great job, I'm again going to see what else I can do here in my settings. Got quite a few on high, but I believe probably what it is parked air quantity variety. There's not quality there though, is it? There's no quality there for the other traffic objects. Because it's the other traffic that's doing it. So unless I go even lower on the object level of detail, goodness me, 30. The Apocalypse Now theme music again, yeah, with all the Hueys. Oh, you've done a great job. Parking. So what's my resource monitor saying now? Actually, I'll just get the get it down to idle. Yeah, 14 out of 16. When you start getting up there, it gets pretty bad. All right, get that head tracker off. I have object level of detail very low right now, only 30. I mean, the sim still looks all right. What to make of it? Whoops. What a beautiful row of parked helicopters. Bank Boy, if you could possibly just straighten up there in that line. I'm just going to have to cheat and go backwards because I'm already at idle. So let's get that over there. External. Okay. Oh, I could have made the goal 3 hours. That's my mistake. I should have seen that. There you go. So it's a new goal now. It's gone down to 0 again. Unfortunately, it hasn't got the excellent Space Cadet and Helicopter 5432 contributions in there, but whatever, it'll work. When we get to 5, I'll know. Giga. This is the last bit of the stream. That is right. We're about to shut down and have a chat. We'll stick around as long as people want to. What an awesome... Oh, look at them all. You're parking. You have lifted your game, helicopter pilots. Your parking is really good today. That is really good. 35 helis. No wonder my 5080 can't cope. That's still quite upsetting, I've got to say. All right. Again, the throttle has gone up by itself. It's not supposed to do that. I'll just power it off. So down to 0. So yeah, 35 helicopters is an amazing effort. 35, that's a record. I suppose people are kind of pretty enthused right now about the world update. It's pretty exciting getting that in. Force stream is on. Peter heater was never on. Probably should have been. Inverter goes off. Main gen goes off, which I think is actually the start position, right? Oh, check. Start, switch to start. Okay, whatever. Throttle, press idle release, done that. Main fuel and avionics and overhead lights and bat. So just the main fuel. And then I can basically turn it off just to keep it simple today. And one F-18, I know. This is a superior effort. Fredericks, you're very kind. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting that. That's 3 out of 5 now. I know because I've messed up the target, so. Oh dear. And 6 people over on Twitch as well. Thank you for sticking with. Sorry about the interruptions before with the VRAM, my VRAM bottoming out and interrupting the stream. A real pity when that happens. I've got to figure out some solution. Is it just increasing the priority of OBS? I do not know. That is amazing. That is amazing. I'm blown away. I really am. Just look at that. Yeah, thank you, Oni. You're so welcome. It's really great to have you all here supporting this funny endeavour. Lots of fun. Let's get a nice framed up shot there. A few people out on the apron. Good. Oh, nice satellite photo there from someone. Who was that? NZ Bank boy. Good work. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yep. Appreciate the effort you and I try to use gender neutral terms to try and keep it as welcoming to all people as possible. So I sort of tend to refer to people as team or pilots or pilots of all genders. Welcome. So good to look at the all of that is so great on the apron. That's so awesome. So awesome. I'm amazed. I really am. I really am. Just so thrilled. I loved it. What was the visual highlight for you on the flight today, people? What did you like? Cheers, GL Pilot. Always nice to have you along.
I really liked the canyon flying where there was some fog on the upper rim and the sun was kind of shining through the fog.
Oh, Whisper, that was just so beautiful. I was kind of agog with the beauty of that. That was just so beautiful. It's a noisy miner making a noise outside. Yeah, that was just such stunning scenery, wasn't it? I love that too. Really love that too. Binky, you are so kind. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate that very much. So it's 4 out of 5 now because I messed up the goal. Messed up my own goal, silly person. Yeah, landing on the Three Sisters was quite something, wasn't it, Space Cadet? That was quite, it wasn't planned. Ecor, good question. We're not making content. Are you flying more in VR? Not going to lie, I feel like 2D helis is a lot harder to hover and land. Doable, just harder. Ecorp, I wish I had more time to fly in VR, but I seriously am just busy enough with other stuff that I seldom get a chance just to enjoy some flying around. VR, of course, makes helicopter flying easier. You will learn faster if you learn in VR. I'm going to put some Pimax deals up there for you if you're interested in those. Again, no obligation to use those affiliate links of mine, but there's a promotion going on right now that 2D to VR, you get US 80 off with that Let's Fly discount. So that's there for you if you want to make use of it. NZ Bank Boy, you are so welcome. Thank you very much for your support. And does that get us to, yeah, that tips us over into 5. But if 2 more people want to make up this particular goal, I would love that as well. And push it up to 7 if you should so desire. Always flying. Just to let you know, it sounded like you had a USB disconnect and then connect a few times during the stream. Okay. Is that sound coming through? I know why that is. That's Discord. So I've just muted that temporarily. That's people coming in and out of Discord. I'll have a look. Yes, I think I know how I might be able to solve that. Red Dirt Nurse! You are so kind, Red Dirt Nurse. I'm really impressed with your diligence or your dedication to get up so early. I know you're in a different time zone, so it's really early for you, but really great to have you along. Glad that you could join us for the first time, Red Dirt Nurse. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to have new people along. We had a couple of new people today. Great to have you. Cool Bro, I saw had a nice comment there from you as well about what I'm doing with the channel. I really appreciate that as well, so thank you for that. Oni had to start in VR when first starting flying helicopters in X-Plane 12. Yes, yeah, because you couldn't land them to save my life. I know what it's like. It's hard, but it helps so much with learning when you're learning in VR. Now it's pretty easy to fly 2D, but still harder than VR. I agree. I think to an extent, your muscle memory in VR carries over into 2D to an extent. So yeah, I agree with that thought. I really do. And we've made the revised target. That's really awesome. Thank you, eCorp, for your generous support, and everyone else as well. That's really amazing. I'm really heartened by that. You know, it helps to just give the energy to keep it going. Might surprise you to learn that the advertising revenue from the streams is actually not that high. But very glad that you see fit to support the channel, both with your support here by coming along and flying with us and having a good time, and just with your support there with the super thanks. It's very much appreciated. Pilot Boy, the runway textures are really good here. Yeah, okay, well this is brand new scenery, so they must be using, I would think, the latest 2024 technology, although the sim update, the world update does work in 2020 as well. Just using my rotor brake here to get rid of that last bit of rotor RPM. I've got it on my squeeze trigger there, almost got it stopped. I think you're supposed to not have it stop right over the engine outlet. That F-18 is going to run over a few people over there. There we go. Nicely done. So it's shut down the last part of the helicopter with the battery off, which is upstairs, not down there. Battery off. Thank you. There we go. Exterior. Oh, it's so good. I think Gaia might be going around to fix up some of the other airports that had slightly lacking runway textures. Saint-Crepin in France is a nice valley airport. So I think they've been going around and fixing up some of those ones that weren't very good. So yes, and it's nice to see the latest ones working nicely in here. Space Cadet, the wake turbulence is a lot more prevalent in Sim Update 5. Okay, it was never a problem before. Xbox only goes to low. I tried to stay higher than everyone else. So even with it on low, Space Cadet, you're still finding it too much in the Xbox. Interesting. Yes. Speaking of World Update 21, they have modelled the excellent 12 Apostles Visitor Centre, but there's a heliport right next to it. Like, right next to it. Like, you can walk through to it. And they didn't model the heliport. So I have made a scenery that you can use. I'll put it up on flightsim.to later on. I'll spruik it in the channel, in the Discord server. If you want to go and do some flying down at the 12 Apostles, well, you can do it anyway, but I'll get this heliport in there, and that'll make it better for you, I think, if you want to fly from there. These are all beefy choppers, they sure are. Yeah, Space Cadet, I'm sorry about that you've had troubles with your Xbox and wake turbulence. I mean, presumably they tested it. I mean, you know, they're really focused on getting the sim working nicely on the consoles, so they don't have wake turbulences, okay, so that's not an option in Xbox. But
just to fly this close to each other.
Well, sure, they don't expect 30 helicopters to fly this close to each other, I agree, but, you know, it's got a... I don't know, what's the answer? Like, it just has to be capped, surely. Like, you need to cap it at sort of 2 or 3 or 4 or something.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Bunkfoss, I put a pic in Discord of all the wake turbulence I was seeing on my Xbox. Oh, okay, I'll check that out later on. Dark Poseidon, thanks for the follow on Twitch, appreciate that. Bring you more great content. I'm going to go on at least a couple of times this week. I hope I'm going to have something new to show you on one of those days. Possibly even both of those days, so we'll see how that goes. So that'll be coming up at my other time slot, which is the weekday evenings in Australia. And so that'll be, I suppose, early in the morning. Sometimes Whisper's up early enough to come and join those. Area 51, salute, my fellow rotor heads. Yeah, hello, Area 51 over there. Is our Puerto Rico fan. Nice to have you along, Area 51. Oh, Oni, great comment. Great comment. Need to put some 172s on the tarmac here with the wake turbulence tune on and have the Chinook fly over to see what happens. Yes, that would be cat amongst pigeons is what I'm kind of, is the image that comes to my mind there. Dark Poseidon, how are you all flying helis? So good. As soon as I add collective, it starts to spin out of control. Well, Dark Poseidon, you might want to look at turning on the tail rotor assist if you're new to helicopters. The tail rotor assist will help you a lot, just to at least get the cyclic and the collective worked out, and then you can start to add in the tail rotor pedals. If you've got a pedal controller, it will help. But of course, Dark Poseidon, you might also bear in mind that there are many tutorial videos on my YouTube channel, so you'd be welcome to come and have a look at those and see if you can get some learning value out of that lot. Yeah. Bunkfoss. Oh, you had to fly ahead of the pack to get rid of the stuttering. So this sounds like a real Xbox issue today. Crawdad, yeah, who's a regular and was on my very first live stream group flight, not here today and was having issues too. We were flying around the other day. I'm very sorry to hear that. Has Microsoft said anything about it yet? About the wake turbulence or turbulences in Xbox? Because it sounds like it's just not good enough at the moment. They can't let this keep going. Could this be a hotfix situation, or yeah? I wonder if anyone said anything. Area 51, thanks for always making such awesome heli streams. Area 51, thank you. It wouldn't be so awesome if it didn't have this amazing community behind it. So thank you, everyone. Godney, thanks all, so much fun. Yeah, bet it was. Yeah, I had a great time today, so it was really beautiful. I knew I was really pumped for this World Update 21 flight, and here it is. Lots of fun. We were flying around Texas the other day. Yeah, you and Crawdad, yeah. Cooler, bro. Oh, you've moved on from assisted controls when flying. I had move on. Or you've moved on from those, so you've elevated your skills such that you don't need it anymore. Parboy. Salute or salute to all fellow rotor heads. Beautiful. Yes, I hope I might have 2 new things to show you this week. Oh, that's a helicopter coming down sideways, just in the background there. Oh, there's the F-18 going through at high speed. Who's not shut down? Space Cadet, you're not shut down your Huey there. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, you don't need it anymore. Cooler, bro. That's great. That's great. Yeah. Well, that's what the experience gets you. You know, your helicopters, you practice does pay off. You know, your practice is an investment into your skill and your ability to fly smoothly. And like, you know, people ask, how are you doing it so smoothly here? Well, it's because, you know, we practice. You know, I was rough when I started as well. E-Corp, is that a hint you may be getting a Taugs hangar preview build? How to you'll have to wait until the end of you'll have to no comments is whisper. You'll have to wait until the end of the week, but I'm going to be honest with you. I think there are developments that are further ahead than what Taugs hangar is right now. Not in any way to disparage Taugs hangar, but I'm not getting the sense that the Dauphin is about to drop. I'm not getting that sense. I have no inside information, but I just suspect, based on what Taug has been saying lately, that we are still kind of in the process of things being added. I'm getting the sense on the outside, again, no information on the inside, that the twin pack, because it's another twin pack, isn't it? You know, this is kind of what happened with the Cayuse. The Cayuse was announced, and then sort of it became the 500C as well. So they sort of ended up with not double the work, but the scope of the project increased as the project went on. And I think the Dauphin, in also becoming the Dolphin, because it's now a twin pack, has probably it's a similar story. I think that package is a lot bigger than what they thought it was going to be. It's going to be really, 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 really great. It's going to be fabulous for helicopter simmers. We're going to have a huge amount of content there to play with when that comes out, especially in combination with some other fun activities that we can do in the simulator. But I'm not getting the sense that Taugs hangar is about to drop something. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Things could change. So we'll see. Luckily, there's still plenty to do in the sim, although we're always hungry for the next big thing. E-Corp, if the Dolphin and Dauphin is as good as the 500C, it will be worth the wait, I guess. Yes, it will. Yes, it will be. Of course it'll be worth the wait. Absolutely it'll be worth the wait. And they're not going to release it until it's ready, and that at its core is what it means to, you know, make it worth its weight. They're not going to rush it out until it's actually ready, until it's actually finished. Dark Poseidon, where to now? We're actually finished our group flight, so I'm just here for a chat now. So happy to stick around for as long as people keep asking questions. Help you out with your helicopter knowledge or your helicopter difficulties, whatever it is you want to talk about with helicopters, as long as it's got rotary wings. Pilot Boy, have you tried the Joby? Yes, I have. I like technology, how technologically advanced it is. Yeah, Pilot Boy, it sure is. I did a tutorial video on it very early in my channel, just to kind of see, just to test that out. So yeah, I did a little tutorial video on the Joby. I thought it flew quite well actually in the simulator. Be a bit hard for me right now because I don't have a stop in the middle of my throttle. So you need to be able to, you'd need it with a very large dead zone in the middle of your throttle controller so that you can, because that's your forward and backwards basically over here. So if I were doing it with this one, I would need a very large dead zone in the center of the throttle. Space Cadet, you're looking forward to the Miltech CH-53. Well, they've got to get out the BO105 first. And have we seen any previews of the 53? I don't think we have we? Ooh, that was a good shot of the F-18. Well done. You grew up near Tustin Marine Corps base, is it? Yeah, lots of CH-53s there. Oh my God, what must the sound? I've never seen one. What must the sound of one of those Stallions, Super Stallions, Sea Stallions, what must that sound like? They are absolute monsters, those helicopters. Extraordinarily. I mean, there's shots of them carrying around Chinooks. Yeah, they have demonstrated some liveries of the 53, have they? Interesting. Interesting. I should try and catch up with those. And see what they're doing. That's very interesting. Yeah, so that might be later this year, or were they kind of hinting that might be even next year, the Stallion, Super Stallion? E-Corp, what have you got your throttle mapped to? I have the same HOTAS as you, and mapped it to a slider on the right side, and it was just launching my chopper off the ground. You got the same HOTAS as me. So, E-Corp, I've got my... Oh, hang on, I'll give you the top-down view again. I've got my... Is that right? I realised I was just talking about it before when it wasn't on. So this is my collective here. The big axis is the collective. So E-Corp, I suggest you reverse it so you've got collective down with it forward so that you pull to add collective here on the big one. And the two small ones here, I've got these mapped to engine 1 and engine 2 throttle. So that's down at the bottom. And so I also need a throttle release, so I use this one as a throttle release. So click for the throttle release, that gets it down to 0, or then edging this up to 100 and then pulling the collective on the Orion 2. So that's how I'm using this controller. Mr. Anderson, I think these live group flights with proper model matching are the pinnacle of flight sim experience. That's what I want to hear. Keep talking. Thank you again. You are so welcome, Mr. Anderson. One of these days I really need to get the force trim figured out. I hardly used it today. Did I even use it at all? I just used a little bit of cyclic trim on the hat switch, just on the top. That's all I was doing. Nothing more. Because the Taugs machines, they build them so they're beautifully stable in the middle of the range. Throttle release, you didn't map. Oh yes, so on that I have it on that jettison button down there, E-Corp, because it's right next to the throttle, so that makes sense for me to have that there. I've got this red button up here on governor on and off, so that's relevant for when you're practicing auto rotations maybe in the Cabri or something. So that's useful for that. And what else do I have with the engines? I've got this rocker switch up here for the beep trim. I don't need to use that very much really, but that's there available to me. I've kind of got that now a bit mixed up with some of my chase plane views. Oh, and I've got my starter here as well. So I hold down this starter here. That's the black switch just at the bottom. So starter. So it means I can start with 2 hands over here. That's how you would do it in, like, I think the 500C, you need 2 hands so that you can cover the throttle release if you need to. So you can, if you get a hot start, you can throttle release, bring it down. Whilst you had your thumb on the starter over here. So this works really well as a kind of 2-handed operation over here on this system for me. And eCorp, yeah, you did a map invert for collective very early after watching one of your vids. Great tip that was. Makes it more realistic. It sure does. And if you should ever find yourselves at the control of a real helicopter, it will mean that you don't have to rewire your brain. And because, oh my God, it took me like a couple of months before to stop me from pushing this the wrong way. So I had to undo a lot of brain wiring, but I highly recommend anyone, if you should ever, even if you're thinking of taking a demo flight in a helicopter, reverse your throttle axis on here so that you lower the collective by pushing and you raise the collective by pulling the throttle controller, is what I urge you to consider doing. Oh, someone's just doing a bit of a backflip down there out on the apron. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so didn't need force trim today. Quick trim I've got on that. Quick trim I've got on the switch up here, on the red one, and then I've got trim reset on that one on the same hat switch that does it. I actually quite like this clicky hat switch on the Orion 2 HOTAS. Yeah, and then I've got quick trim on that one, so that resets it like that. So that works well for me. Cooley bro, you're thinking of 3D printing a collective. Yeah, always flying, great advice, thank you. Cooley bro, there are some 3D printed collectives online, and there might be some, what are they called, patterns? Models? What do you call it when you download it and you use that to build your one? But yeah, you might be able to get some kits online. So yeah, you can make your own collective. I don't have a collective controller yet. I'm very space limited here. I've got a tiny amount of room here, which is why the camera's very narrow. So I'd still love to maybe get myself an office where I can actually set up properly, but that will be a bit of money. So oh, someone's got an R22 out. Oh, I'm pleased with that. Who's that? Who's got your R22 out? Brrr, Ritzkio. I think on one of these flights maybe we'll do a small helicopter day. So Cabri, R22, Mini 500. Blueprints, Cooley bro, that's it. Sorry, I didn't know what the correct term was. Yeah. Still got 60 people online on YouTube. You are welcome. So you invited to put up your helicopter questions, concerns. Do I need Xbox Live subscription to join? I don't think so. Do you? Does anyone else know the answer to that? Like a group flight, if you've got MSFS 2024, if you don't need an Xbox Live subscription for 2024, then I think you're in. Does anyone know for sure about that? No takers? Yeah, hit me up with your questions, people. So we'll wind up the. I'll just get that chatting back on. We'll wind up the stream shortly, and I'll go and get my traditional post-stream coffee. Cooley bro, yes, you do need it. Okay, I was not aware of that. So you do need an Xbox Live subscription to join the to join the group flights by the look of it. You need some level of Xbox Live to play online, says Bunkboss. Thank you for that help. Pilot Boy, Cooley bro, yeah, I've looked into it too. It would be a really cool project, just the electronics of it. I think you can buy a kit and you can just make it yourself. Like, if all the kit stuff's supplied to you, don't know whether you need a soldering iron or something, but like, you could maybe, it might not be too hard. I'm not really too sure about it. Oh, nice flying Ritzkio in your R22. Nice to see an R22 in the stream for a change. I think that if I said we're going to do a stream in small helicopters, people would still bring MH60s. But I'm open to it. I'm also, woof, there goes the F-18 through doing a low pass. Very cool. very open to doing a another edition of the Cabaret Games. It's just that whenever I look at the weather forecast, it's always blowing a gale down at Deal Island where Tangle's built it. Gotta have a look at this 412. I always like having a look at this machine. E-Corp, is that R22 a good mod? Yes, I don't know. If you were learning in an R22, I think you would probably want a little bit more systems depth, but just as a fun little machine to fly around, yeah, nothing wrong with the Cowan Sim R22. Pilot Boy, I've noticed missing nose wheels on some models now. Oh, this must be Bart, and yeah, Bart's got the well, for me it looks like a 412. It's got a long nose, but it's got the twin engines up top there. So that's a 412, and it's not a 414, is it? 414s look different on top. It's got low skids, hasn't it? Is that realistic for 412? Oh, Bunk Boss, I'd love a reason to break out the Cowan CH1. Ah, okay. All right, you're giving me ideas now. So if we do like a, we'll do a low and slow stream, shall we? We'll do a low and slow, and we invite Cabarets, we invite R22s, we invite CH1s, we invite Mini 500s. But that is cool on that 412. I like that. Not that that's what you chose, of course, but that's just what the model matching's done for me. So I don't know what helicopter you're really in over there. So here's the R22. Go and have a look at that, seeing as someone asked. E-Corp, it looks just fine. Ritsk. Oh, it looks pretty agricultural, doesn't it? The R22, you can see right through it. You can tell you're flying a real helicopter when you can see through the whole machine. Like a Bell 47. Is that one available in the marketplace? Yes, the R22 is available in the marketplace. The CH1 is available in the marketplace. They both come up on special from time to time if that's a factor for you. So you might, if you want it right now, go for it. It might come up on special from time to time as well. Don't necessarily know that Cowan Simulations knows when that's going to happen. I think the marketplace chooses when it goes on special. So yeah, so you can keep an eye on that. E-Corp, my mate's getting his real license to fly his R22. He's coming to try the sim, so I'll pick it up. Bankstown Airport scenery, sad they didn't do that in the update. Yeah, it is sad. I mean, there's commercial scenery, I think, for Bankstown, isn't there? So I think what MSFS tries to do is they try not to undercut people who have done commercial scenery already. So, for instance, you know, we've never seen... Oh, well, there's an example. There's actually a counter example to that. One of the ones I've just released... Oh, it's just gone out of my head now. One of the Australian ones I've just released, someone had done a commercial scenery, so it's quite rare for them to actually undercut a commercial scenery. So if someone's done a Bankstown scenery commercial, it's unlikely that Microsoft would choose to do that one. That's generally the way it plays out. So anyway, it might change in the future. Maybe after it's been out for a few years, they say, "Oh, you've had your chance. We're going to make our own now." Not sure. Alpaca Airways, the Super Cruisy. How come I'm seeing an Alpaca Airways livery on that 747? Because I've never downloaded that, I don't think. The Chinook looks like fun. Yeah, the Chinook is fun. There you go. Off Super Cruisy goes. Probably wondering what all these helicopters are doing here. Yes, E-Corp, I think your friend... I wonder if your friend might be disappointed about the systems depth in the R22, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I should do a bit more flying in it, actually, and see if you can follow proper procedures. Rough landings. There are ways to build collectors without 3D printing too. I've built one assembled from odds and ends from Amazon. I've tried a thread on my build in the... Oh, you've got a whole thread on your build in the official forums. So you can check that out. People who are talking about collectives. Cooley Brothers Chinook is fun. I did a comparison long ago between the Blackbird and the Miltech ones. The Miltech ones had a few updates since. Might do an update on that sometime. Don't forget the Schweitzer. Super laggy controls. Now, who did the Schweitzer add on? Oh, that was a Nemeth one, wasn't it? Yeah. Paul Newman, hello Matthew, would you say Seasons Enhanced 2024 is worth getting? Paul Newman, I would say that is the most essential add-on. It's my favourite add-on because it covers the entire world. He'll take your requests. If you've still got unwanted photogrammetry in your place that you don't like, you can drop him a note, Bijan, that is, on his official forum. Sorry, on the MSFS official forum, in which he has a support thread for Seasons Enhanced. I highly recommend Seasons Enhanced, especially for helicopter flying. I can see why the art team in MSFS 2024 made the trees so tall. I personally dislike it for my low-level flying. I want the trees to be proper height, not towering giants everywhere. So I think Seasons Enhanced is much, 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 much better. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Seasons Enhanced 2024. Paul Newman just put that in the chat a few comments ago. And you can buy that from Bijan himself. So that might be the nicest way to support Bijan if you bought it on his website. And what's that website called? I think it's called Bijan Studio. Bijan Studio Seasons Enhanced 2024. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. I think it's the best thing in VFR flying in the simulator. I mean, everything that Microsoft has added to the simulator over the years has been fabulous, but that is just the one thing that just changes everything for the better. And he's done work on a lot of the native biomes as well, so some of the red deserts of Central Australia were a little bit too red, and so Bijan addressed that, so that was good. Binky, maybe I'll bring the Scout if we're doing low and slow. That'd be cool. I don't have the Scout because you can't buy it at the moment, right? The only way you can get it is if you could bought the Aviator edition with all of the previous add-ons. So Ritzkio, all good hardware stuff, but no one's built a collector for desk mounts. Sort of, Ritzkio. There is you can get a lever kind of thing for this one, the Orion 2 HOTAS. Which might be okay. That's desktop. So if you want it on the desk, the lever thing for this might do the trick for you. I don't know that it would be. Oh, there's that Alpaca Airways 747 back again. I don't know that it would be super better than just having just the basic Orion 2 like this, but it's an option for you. Always flying. Yeah, Bijan updates that Seasons Enhanced a lot, and he takes requests. Like I said, like if you want something sorted out at your place, he'll do it. I think he does every single request gets done eventually. Sometimes he ends up in a bit of a mess with not fighting other developers, but sometimes he'll fix something, but then it will get changed by someone else, and it can be a bit confusing at times. And here's another mysterious 212, Stearman. First time I've seen you in a group flight, isn't it, Stearman? Nice to see you in there. One of my Twitch followers. Good to see you. So your aircraft, whatever it is being rendered as one of the passive 412s. Oh, I wish we had a proper 412 in the sim. Wouldn't that be great? I love that. Nice hover, Stearman. Nice rotor blur too on that passive model. I am so thrilled that I worked out that sound issue by deleting all my stream packages. That has just fixed everything. It took a while to restart it. Does Seasons Enhanced include eucalyptus trees, especially in Australia? I think the archetypal... Let's just go and have a look over here. These are kind of pretend eucalypts. So I've got Bijan in here. Now, he doesn't model every tree, but he can modify the landscape. So, okay. So these two trees here, this is a kind of a vague eucalypt kind of tree, and this one down here is a sort of a vague box kind of type tree. It's also a eucalypt. But these were already in 2024, but I believe Bijan has resized them to be a bit lower because they were just a bit ridiculous before. Generally, all the trees in 2024 are a little bit too tall. I would say my feedback looking at these leaves is they could be a bit longer and thinner, and that would get it a bit closer to being a true eucalypt, but it's fine in the exterior. And that one to me looks a bit more like a box tree. Same leaves, but yeah, it looks just a little bit more box-like, that one, and the bark looks good as well. Huh, Stearman, you're in a 500C, which I've got, and yet it's drawing it as a 212. That's weird. Can't explain that. So, Paul Newman, I hope that helped you. Ritzko, I would not mount a collective on the chair. I would not to mount a collective on the chair. I think it means that you would only mount it on the chair. Sorry if I misunderstood you. Coolly bro, I'm glad I get to enjoy flight simulation nowadays. Well, I'm glad you get to enjoy it too. So you are welcome. You should come along more often if you want to get into more of this silly stuff. Here's another Huey type, but this one is, I think, another Asobo generic. It's got a long nose though, and only one engine. So what does that make this one? Does that make it a 214 potentially? This one? I need to get close enough to the model. How do I encourage the simulator to show me the correct nameplate with the full details? At the moment, it's got GRCT.
I think you have to be looking directly at or above the nameplate to get that to show up.
Okay.
Center of your screen.
Okay, thanks, Whisper. I think I've got that there. Got it right in the middle. It sometimes pops in and sometimes pops out. Maybe I have to be a little bit further back. No, don't know. So I just had it there for 1 second, but then it's gone again. So I was hoping to see the nameplate. Oh, there it is, but it's so faint. So Asobo thinks that's a B205. I think it's got a long nose. So anyway, what do I know? Aviator, you need to install or update model matching. I'm just using the default model matching. And Space Cadet, see you next time. Sorry if I said that already. Yeah, update model matching for sure to get the best result. We get the best results there. I agree. So yeah, maybe I need to look at FSLTL again. But you know, I'm right on the brink with my model matching, you know. If anything, I'd prefer kind of lower resolution models so that I don't get my stream bugging out. How am I going to fix that? I could try this. So I could go settings. Actually, here's what I'll do. I'll do a little experiment now because there's a few people still online. So K-Pike, what do I install to get better model matching? Well, people are talking about FSLTL, but I haven't tested it for a long time, and I don't know if they've made progress on their general aviation, because they used to be so pretty much focused solely on airliners. Sam, thanks for the follow. Thank you. Oh, K-Pike, you're GRCT. Cool. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't tried FSLTL for a long time. So I think it just works. Does it just work transparently? Well, super cruisy. Yeah, some interesting moves there. I used to use FSLTL. Is that an A320 being rendered in place of an F-18? I used to use FSLTL when I was doing VATSIM flights, and it always worked pretty well for me. But I don't know if it works without VATSIM though. Does FSLTL work for general aviation aircraft when you are not logged into VATSIM? Will it work for us right now in this scenario? Now, my test is this. That's the question. So my test is this. My test is to look at my VRAM utilization right now, which is 13.2. And so what I'm going to do, 13.2. So what I'm going to do is go into online, and I'm going to change the multiplier to simplified. So it loads a lightweight optimized model, prioritizing performance over the highest visual detail and accuracy. I think I need that. Has it changed any of these? Aviator, so you're telling me that FSLTL works transparently even now, even outside of VATSIM. Great, I'd love to try it. So I'm using it right now, and I have all the aircraft rendered in very nicely. Sorry, I'm not correcting you. I'm just trying to understand. Okay, so my VRAM hasn't changed. It's still 13.2, but then again, none of the helicopters have changed yet. I think I would need to restart the flight. I'm going to restart my flight. No one else move, because I want to know if this changes it. So I'm going to go out, and I'm going to go back in. Set as departure, on the ground shutdown, McDermott, yes, start flight, and I want it to be less than 13.2. Just connect from multiplayer and reconnect. I don't think I can do that unless I restart the flight. So I've restarted the flight. 1:15 for you in the morning, Binky. Glad to have you along. Thanks, and everyone else for making this a fantastic group flight. 100% agreed, Binky. Great to have you along. Thanks for your support. Very kind of you. So I'll just slew over to where I was before. And now, what have the models done? They look pretty much the same to me. These models look exactly the same as what I just had. They look precisely the same as what I just had. And my VRAM usage is 13.9. So it's now higher. Okay. I don't know. It's a complex sim. There's lots of stuff going on. I tried to use the simplified models just now. That's how I'm going to start my next group flight. I'm going to leave it on simplified for the time being because I can't have it causing my streams to crash because people just tune off. It's just like there's no point doing a stream if it's not stable. So that's what I will have to consider for my next flight.
I think I'm going to bet it doesn't have simplified models for all these helicopters, so it's using the ones that it can find.
Yeah, Whisper, that's a fair point. And I don't know. I thought whoa, that's a sporty turn there. Who's that in the 76? Collier. Yes. So have all the developers supplied simplified models that would be available for the simplified model matching in MSFS to work properly? Don't know. Oh, yes, I can turn off multiplayer. It's in the online settings. Well, I'll just give it a go. Settings, assistances. Oh, no, it's general, online, multiplayer, replication models, multiplayer. Oh, yeah, I can turn it off. Thanks. So what's my VRAM now? 13.3, so it's still a bit higher than what it was when I had nothing in there. 13.2. I mean, maybe it holds it in the VRAM for a while. Maybe I need to restart it.
Yeah, you don't know what the eviction policy is once a texture's in VRAM. When does it unload it? That's a very complicated problem.
Yeah, agreed. So my VRAM's still on 13.2 out of 16. And for sure, I maxed it out when we were at Katoomba. That was a real pity where we lost people there. So I'd like that to not happen again. So multiplayer's back on and we resume. Yes, not entirely unsurprisingly, now I can't see anyone. I wonder if people have done that in our streams. I wonder if this is one of the times people go, but I've turned on multiplayer and it's still not working. Yeah, it's kind of what's happened to me just now. I just turn it back. Oh, no, here we go. 800's just in, redo. Okay, just a bit slow to come in. Collier. Okay, cool. That's working now. 13.5 on the VRAM. Don't know. Very mysterious. Yes, Whisper, it is very complicated. What is the eviction policy? We don't know. How does it handle stuff? Does it only vacate stuff when it needs to load in new stuff? We don't know. Yeah, so it's complicated. Unless you've got $6,000 and you can buy 6,000 Australian and you can buy yourself a 5090. And then you can do anything. But then even old mate two-tone and start falling over. Go ahead, Whisper.
Isn't there some magic where you can use a second computer to run OBS and it like takes the video output of your flying machine and then runs it through a splitter?
Yep. That would just necessitate me having a second PC.
Yes, which might be cheaper than a 5090, but not by much.
That's a fair point. That is a fair point. It might be cheaper than a 5090. That's very funny.
And honestly, you could skimp on like no monitor or something, or a cheap monitor on the second one, or just a laptop. All you need is a good CPU for that.
I think I do need a monitor on the second one because that's where OBS would be running, and so therefore it gets quite confusing because then my
just
Stream
to control
Deck.
It.
Yeah, I think my Stream Deck then, this Stream Deck's going to both OBS and chase plane and stuff. So maybe I would need another stream deck, and I don't know, but it's possible. It's possible. It's a never-ending pit, actually. The streaming, you can just spend anything. You can spend any amount of money on streaming. I can assure you of that. So what's the cheapest 5090 I can get in Australia right now? Low to high, $6,000. God, I was right. Oh, it's
that's
reduced.
A pretty high-powered desktop.
It's reduced from $6,099 all the way down to $5,999. So I can save 100 Australian dollars if I buy that Zotac gaming GeForce. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, second PC. That's a possibility. I guess I could think about maybe this my old laptop, which is getting on for 10 years old, feels like it's about to die. I might update and get a Windows Surface laptop or something, and maybe that would be good enough for running the stream. I kind of need to replace the laptop anyway, or maybe you just get like one of those kind of anonymous box kind of PCs, and you run it in there. I don't know. That's a possibility as well. But that would, I would need a monitor. I think I'd need to be able to see the output. I think this feels like more like when Matthew gets an office, when Matthew wins the lottery and gets an office and has room for 2 monitors and 2 computers, and yeah, then I could do that option.
You could get an arm and put the monitor above your main monitor.
If there weren't a shelf right there, then that'd be great. That's what my fan and what my overhead camera are linked to. So this is hanging on a shelf right above my monitor. So it's a very cramped space. I've got no room. I have no room. In fact, even the amount of stuff I've got in here right now is just ridiculous. So it's anyway. First world problems. Well, as usual, it's been a fun chat after. We haven't had a lot more come through on YouTube, so if people want to chat still, you can come along to Discord, or, of course, you can always follow that newsletter as well and do me a favour there. It's good to be able to keep touch with audiences using, all the different channels. So I'm not just YouTube these days. Who's parked inside me here, as it were? Oh, yeah, it's another... That's very uncomfortable. Collier. I'll just politely slew over here a bit. When Matthew wins Powerball and it's a real helicopter. Yeah, when I win Powerball, I'll probably be... I'll resume my helicopter studies. I'll be flying a Cabri every day. Oh, funny. Look, people, YouTube, you've been really great today. Really terrific audience on YouTube today. Really very gratifying for the streamer to see really strong audience numbers there. I'm really thrilled for that. Thank you so much for joining. I'm grateful to you. Twitch, I'm still growing Twitch, so that's still a work in progress. I haven't been on Twitch for very long, only a few weeks. So glad to have you along there on Twitch as well. I want to find some more ways to do kind of rewards and stuff, but... it's it's every new thing I add on the stream is like another day of work, and which is really cool, and it sort of pays off. And I want to do another music track for the middle of the stream there as well with that Be Right Back music. So my list of things I want to do is never ending. The ads trigger didn't work today, so I've got to figure out what I did wrong there. But yeah, I'll try and make it really good for Twitch as well. Make use of as many features as possible on Twitch and on YouTube all at the same time. So yes, thank you for joining, people. Thank you for joining. You are a terrific crew. It's such a great community. I'm glad that we're all on the same page together with getting more out of our helicopter flight simulation. We'll probably, thanks for always flying. I'll pop onto Discord soon and talk to whoever wants to talk over there. And yes, I'll just switch to a lovely external view here. Thanks for the fly, Stearman. You are always welcome. Thanks for your support. Let's get a nice goodbye view on here. Zippy Bling is joined us. Commodore 64 box. It'd be great if that could run a flight simulator. Well, it probably could, but it would be a bit elementary compared to today's standards, wouldn't it? So great to see all these helicopters. It's so rewarding for me doing this and having it pay off with having you all join. So I'll leave the stream running for a tiny bit longer and say goodbye to you, YouTube chat and Twitch chat. Great to have you along. Thank you. Catch you next time.